I still have so much to learn about human interactions. Like, where should I put my hands when I'm nervous? I just really want to make friends with everyone.
हिल्ली शुभम भाई, व्हाट इज अप? क्यूरियस भाई, क्योर डिस्ट्रॉयर, क्यों आदित्य भाई, क्या हाल चाल सबके? क्या हाल चाल? अरे क्या हाल चाल के जवाब में क्या हाल चाल? ये क्या बात?
Each day is a new page in my story. I want to savor every scene, every footnote, before I turn to the next one.
ये उसके लिए वाह वाह। पहले ड्यूरन पे हार्ड, फिर चीसा पे हारा। अच्छा, मैं सोचू गेंशिन में चीसा कहाँ से आ गई? कल साइड नहीं भार। अबे यार, अरे यार, चीसा पे जीतने का एक तरीका पता है भाई? वो तरीका तो मैंने ही बताया, वही ना जो मैंने बताया है। हाँ वही, एक मंत्र है वो। नहीं, मंत्र नहीं बोलते यार, दैट वुड नॉट बी राइट। एक क्या कह सकते हैं उसे? स्पेल। मैं तो वो खेलते भी नहीं, बट मुझे जानना है क्यों मैं। वो न्यू इवेंट कर रहा हूँ जिसमें जिसमें 4 के जेड्स मिले। अब देखते मिलेंगे कि नहीं। कौन सा वाला? करेंसी वॉर्स। हाँ भाई बिल्कुल, हीलिंग बोनस क्यूटी पाइस करके तो बनाऊंगा मैं। बताने वाली चीज नहीं है वो। यस, योकनिक भाई, गंदा स्केम हो गया, क्या कर सकते हैं, स्केम तो गंदा ही होता है। पता नहीं क्यों मुझे अंदर से फील आ रहा था कि ऐसा ही होगा। में 4 के जेट्स निकालने में तुमको 2-3 महीने लग जाएंगे। हाँ भाई, एचपी बिल्कुल पूरा हीलर्स के लिए तैयारी चल रहा है। तुम बर्स्ट मारो ही मत, मैं काम करता हूँ। खैर छोड़ो, ये वाले बॉस ने बहुत रुलाया यार। ये वाला इजी है, मुझे तो सेकंड आईडी में फर्स्ट वाले ने परेशान कर रखा है। शायद नहीं, कैसे अगर नहीं भी मिला तो कोई प्रॉब्लम तो नहीं है ना। बिन साइरिने के भी टीम्स है कैरेक्टर्स के, बट साइरिने के साथ बेटर है, ऐसा ही सीन है, समझ लो। तो हम लोग पहले ड्यूरिन का कोई डेली का आधा घंटा करके है ना, वो कर लेते हैं। ये है, एंड आर्कन क्वेस्ट वाला कौन सा है? ये वाला, वो करेंगे पहले। ये कर लेते हैं डेली आधा घंटा करके, 5 दिन लगेंगे ना ये करने में। होना तो चाहिए, होना तो चाहिए।
Oh, traveler from beyond this world, will you witness this tale unfold?
Alice?
हाँ, of
You
course.
recognize
मैं
her just
बोलने ही
like
वाला था
that?
कि लास्ट वाला लव थोड़ा
Maybe
अलग
I need
लगा.
to work on my impression.
लास्ट वाला हंसी मेरे को भी लगा कि
Hello,
एलिस का है.
come
मैं
to
भी सोच
Star Sand Shoal. There's a little something I'd like your help with.
फालतू के बकबक कर रहे हैं ये लोग. नॉट क्राई. अच्छा वैसे तो ये नॉट क्राई में कौन से वाले पे, इस वाले पे चलते हैं. नहीं इस वाले पे चलते हैं. भाई कोलम्बिना का वेट 2 साल से कर रहा. भाई तुम वो बिहाइंड दिस मस्त से पीछे रोता हुआ स्टिकर वाइट टी पे ऐड कर सकते हो क्या? ये वाला इमोजी बट इस पे स्माइल वाला मास्क होगा. अच्छा वो वाला कर सकते हैं. मुझे वो इमोजी ढूंढना पड़ेगा बस.
Can I
चलो
stop
मैं
here
चलता.
and
बाय बाय.
play?
मम्मी बोले
I
ओके
mean,
ओके.
take a stroll. I won't go too far.
The story needs to be related to a person. Would you like to quickly go over and experience related? Ooh. यार ये देखने में कितना सही लग रहा है ये रेड ऑरा. ऐड कर दो. मैं डिस्कॉर्ड में पीएनजी भेज दूंगा तो काम हो जाएगा. नहीं वो साइज चाहिए होता है. मैं वो ऑनलाइन मुझे एक बार ऑफ स्ट्रीम याद दिला देना.
Oh, it's Durin!
Traveler in Paimon? I'm sorry. I hope I didn't scare you.
Oh, no, you didn't scare us. Just gave us a little surprise. Looks like you've gotten...
I don't know. It just feels like it's gotten harder to control. I didn't mean to strike so hard. I'm so relieved you didn't get hurt.
It's all good. We've had worse.
No, don't worry about that. It's been very stable ever since I got this body. Albedo made sure of that. What you saw just now is something that only started happening recently. Maybe I'm still acclimating or something. I'm sure it'll clear up over time.
क्या बात कर रहे हो आयुष भाई?
Anyway, what brings you here? Did you need something?
Well...
The day that the writer and the watcher crossed paths was the day that the magic known as storytelling was born.
So, she asked...
Miss Alice?
Oh, you too? I guess I really do need to work on my impression. Well, never mind that. It's been too long, Mini Durin. And please, that's Aunt Alice to you. I have brought you and the Traveler together here for a very important purpose. It has to do with your mom.
My mom?
Indeed, fairy tale author extraordinaire, Anya Marie Andersdaughter. See, I knew this would be right up your alley. Now then, if you'll open the book, I will begin narrating.
ये तो हेक्सन सर्कल वाला बुक है वो. The day the writer and the watcher crossed paths. ठीक है. ओके ये वही है जहाँ पे मिनी ड्यूरिन को अपना छोटा वाला फॉर्म मिला था. यस.
The two are indeed similar. Both worlds were built using the same magic after all.
ये यहाँ तक रखने की भी क्या जरूरत थी, और ऊपर उठा देते। आई डोंट नो यार, ये वाला पार्ट इसके कैरेक्टर के हिसाब से सूट नहीं कर रहा है। यहाँ पे फुल ये होना चाहिए था एकदम काइंड ऑफ, क्या ही बताऊँ मैं, क्या ही काइंड ऑफ, क्या ही एग्जांपल दूँ। ये वाला ऐसा क्या बताऊँ मैं, जैसे ऐसा लग रहा है कि शांगलिंग का इधर ये बॉटम वाला पार्ट इधर का शांगलिंग का ड्रेस हो, ऐसा लग रहा है। आई डोंट नो ये इसी से प्रीमोजेम्स आएंगे, बट सूट नहीं कर रहा है।
Aha! So it is Alice!
Hello, Aunt Alice.
Oh, no need to be shy. Just think of me as one of your mother's dearest friends.
भाई साहब, और इसके उसमें कट्स भी दे रखे हैं।
You keep talking about stories and magic. What's this all about?
भाई सही में गुनर इम्पैक्ट बनता जा रहा है।
Certainly not. Simulanka was a peerless masterpiece. Without the original author, it would be impossible to create a sequel. Even for But, you are right about one thing. Just like last time, I want to show you a work of magic that has to do with storytelling.
What's this?
This is your mother's dying wish.
My mother's dying wish was a book.
Let me answer that with a question. What do you suppose would be a writer's greatest regret? Have you ever read a book called The Little Witch and the Undying Fire? Oh, that's because it was the work of more than one person. It began as a little game at our tea parties. Each of us took turns writing the next part of the story.
Joel bhai, what's up?
I wrote the first volume, then the other mages took their turns. M was tasked with writing the final volume and tying everything up. But by the time everyone had finished writing their parts, M had passed away. Oh, it was a terrible shame. And that is the answer to my question. A writer's greatest regret is to leave a story unfinished. But all is not lost. I couldn't stand the doom and gloom of it all, so I went ahead and wrote an ending myself on her behalf.
Then what's this?
This is the answer your mother gave to the same question. In her eyes, this was her greatest. She made me promise that I would bring it to you because she believed the only person who could resolve this regret is you.
So my mother's greatest regret is an...
You could say that.
And I guess resolving the regret means
wedding ring
finishing
तो
the
है।
story?
सब मजे में, आप बताओ, बस चल रहा है।
That's one way to put it.
Oh, is a straight answer too much to ask for?
Her answer was quite the opposite of what I'd expected. But oh, how touching it was. I'd love to tell you what she said, I really would. But that would spoil the plot, and we can't have that. Spoilers ruin everything.
Oh.
Just think of this task as giving a story a
Yo, Sandeep bhai.
much-needed ending. All I ask is...
I understand. But I only just started learning
Relax. Why else do you think your dear aunt went and found you two such wonderful... With their experience, you'll have so many story ideas you won't know what to do with them. So don't be shy to ask lots of questions.
Yeah. If it's to help Durin fulfill his mother's dying wish, then we're in.
Aunt Alice, could I ask, what kind of story was my mother hoping to write?
I had a feeling this might come up, but that answer isn't mine to give. You'll have...
Don't worry. We'll help you come up with loads of ideas. Yeah. Let's find a nice spot where we can settle in and read through this thing. We could even get some snacks, too.
Oh, the actual process might not be quite the walk in the park you're imagining, Paimon.
Why's that?
Because when Em created this book, she borrowed my magic. In other words, it's not a book you can just pick up and read. It's a magical... Its chapters are scattered through memories of the past. Gather them all, and the book will show you its...
So, where are we supposed to find?
Em left a trail of clues for each unfinished chapter. Follow the hints, and you'll find them. Oh, and when it comes to adding to the story yourselves, you'll need to use this.
Huh?
And this is...
This, my dear little Paimon, is the ink M left behind. Infused with a little of my own magic, of course. If you're planning on writing something inside the book, you'll need it. It's extremely precious, so be sure to use it sparingly. This is all that's left.
So we need to search for the memories and keep an eye on how much ink we're using.
It just had to be a wild goose chase, didn't it?
Perhaps it's just another form of storytelling. M was ever so creative when it came to things like just think of it as a little challenge your mom left behind. Who knows? There could even be a mysterious prize at the end of it all.
I don't care about that. This was my mother's dying wish. Whatever it takes.
With the two of us by your side, you'll be just fine.
Okie dokie. That should be pretty much all you need to know.
आंखें बहुत प्यारी है भाई बट आंखों का डिजाइन बहुत सही लगा मुझे एंड ये यार ये विशन के ऊपर ये डिजाइन जो है ये थोड़ा ट्रैवलर के स्पेसशिप जैसा क्यों लग रहा है मुझे ट्रैवलर के स्पेसशिप का डिजाइन देखना पड़ेगा मुझे एक बार 1 मिनट या फिर अलग था विशन के ऊपर जो कवर है वो थोड़ा देखिला देखिला लग रहा है ना अलग है चैट में इतना सन्नाटा कैसे हो गया सब लोग कैसे चुप हो गए
And once the story's complete, do let me have a little look-see, okay? I've read everything she ever wrote, so naturally, I can't miss this one.
Yeah! Most of the time, you're pretty hard to pin down.
Don't worry, I'll know when you're finished. Just wait for me to reach out. All right, off you go. I can't wait to hear how the story ends.
Oh, here we are again. Alice's magic really is incredible, huh? Right. Alice mentioned we should be on the lookout for... Huh?
A corner of repose for countless tales, watched over by the honor of knights. A place for stories to sleep, perchance to dream. There, a witch once spent a sleepless night, and all to bring forth a story yet. Find the place I speak of, for it is where the seeds of this story...
Was that a riddle? Where do you think this mysterious place could be? Hey, you might actually be onto something. Guess that means
I had a feeling that's where we would be headed. After all, it's where my mother was from, and I bet it's where she wrote this story, too.
Yeah, that makes sense.
Still, I feel bad about dragging the two of you along on such a long journey.
Don't worry about it. We don't really have much going on right now, so...
मैं गलत टेलीपोर्ट कर गया ना टट्टी लग रहा है ये तो ऑब्वियसली टट्टी लगेगा। यही वाला सही है।
A little extra training?
Back in the Mondstadt library, huh? Talk about a trip.
So we're supposed to find the seeds of the story.
Well, we're in a library, so it's gotta be books, right? But
Making a racket in a library? You should know better than that.
Lisa! Oh, sorry about that.
Now, who do we have here? Ah, my golden-haired cutie. And my little horn cutie, too.
Sorry, Miss Lisa. I know you taught me to be quiet in the library, but Paimon was just trying to help. Please.
Well, it has been far too long since we saw each other, so I suppose I can let it slide just this once. Back when he first arrived here, poor Jean wasn't sure what to do with him, so I stepped in to lend a hand. I figured, if I can handle a boy raised by wolves, then teaching one who's part
यार यहाँ पे
dragon
एक
should
बुक
be a
है।
walk in the park.
मैं यहाँ से कोई बुक कैसे लेना भूल गया?
Sounds like Durin was welcomed with.
Why, of course.
It's kind.
Oh?
Zero watching?
Ah, I see. These so-called seeds of the story must be the books that inspired its creation. That's just how it is with stories. They grow out of the tales that came before them. And that mage, I can almost picture her here, hundreds of years ago, scribbling away at one of these very desks.
But we don't know anything about this story. How are we supposed to figure out which books inspired?
As it happens, just before I found you here, I was looking into something rather peculiar. One of the knights reported seeing some books that weren't listed anywhere in our catalog. Stranger still, just as he went to reach out for them, the books vanished
तो
into
स्ट्रीम का
thin
सेटअप कर
air.
लेना क्वेस्ट
And then
वगैरह
a
होने के
while
बाद
later,
देखते हैं।
that particular knight knows this library, and something tells me these might just be the magical books you're after. According to the report, there.
यार कितने टाइम का है ये? अच्छा नहीं ये चीज है। यहाँ पे क्या था?
Oh, wait! We better show it to.
जम्पटी
Kinda looks like a poetry collection. Let's see what Lisa made.
You experience way.
Please be quiet within the premises and refrain.
Second strongest spell in existence. Wait, there's
Do
actually
not
a
show
book like
Glee.
that right here in the Mondstadt library? That title's just gonna make.
भाई literally यहाँ पे लिखा हुआ है do not show Glee.
Huh. There's definitely something. An experiment log. There's something.
Well,
ऐसा का नेम देखो
did you
डिप
manage to
मार्केटिंग
find
में
them?
हाँ देखा मतलब सुना सेकंड स्ट्रॉन्गेस्ट स्पेल इज रेजिस्टेंट वर्सेस जम्पटी ट्रेशर ट्रोब मुझे लग रहा है ये
Yes, this is a restricted book, all right. It certainly.
But it looks like a regular poetry poetry collection. How did it?
The issue lies with one of the poems inside.
जी
You've heard of the
Wednesday
great
to
battle
अच्छा
that took place on Dragonspine, yes? 500 years ago, during the cataclysm in Conria, an evil dragon descended upon Mondstadt. A fierce battle with Dvalin ensued, but in the end, the evil dragon fell, and
We're talking about Durin, the Durin of Dragonspine.
well, the poem in question turns the whole battle into a dance, with the evil dragon recast as an innocent child who came here in search of friends. But given all the suffering experienced at the claws of that dragon, how could the people of Mondstadt accept such a retelling? Bards are often accused of inventing history or distorting the truth in their ballads. But this one hit a bit too close to home. And since the knights back then were unable to track down the author,
Dragon Quest
they
आज भी
decided to
नहीं
ban the
ये
entire
वाला 5
collection,
दिन लगेगा ना तो
blot
यही
out the
वाला कर रहा हूँ
title,
फिर
and
Archon
seal
Quest
it away for good.
So the version in the poem, it was all a lie?
I'm afraid that question is
एक
something
बात
only
बताओ
the
Archon Quest के
dragon
बीच में गैप
himself
है ना
could answer.
मतलब लास्ट Archon Quest
Well,
जैसा नहीं ना
did you
एकदम
manage to
कंटिन्यूअस
find
चलेगा
them?
सारे सारे ही चाहिए
Yeah, we could tell just.
Albedo was the one who brought it in.
Why?
He said it's full of. Apparently, the danger it posed was so great.
Real.
Still,
गैप है
Well,
ओके दैट इज
did-
गुड
truly extraordinary. And certainly not the kind of thing that should be just lying around. In fact, Miss Alice gave.
So, it's some kind of book of spells? Paimon's guessing magic this powerful should be kept a secret.
It's true. This book does contain one of Miss Alice's spells. But honestly, virtually no one could actually pull it off, even if they tried.
एक्सेप्ट क्ली इसीलिए लिखा है वहां पे
The only reason it's even meant to be in the restricted section is because we can't let Klee get her
हाँ
hands
ऑफ
on it.
कोर्स
After Klee was born, Miss Alice advised us to seal it away. She even added that little subtitle herself.
So, it's to keep it away from Klee, huh? Does that mean she could use it to cause even more mayhem than she already does with Jumpy Dumpty?
No, that's not it. As Miss Alice herself put it, letting Klee see it too early would spoil the surprise.
2-3 भाई 2-3 पॉज सिर्फ
Well, would you look at that? Seems like these are the little troublemakers you're after. And all three just so happen to be forbidden texts. What kind of story requires reference material?
Forbidden texts?
Not really something you should... Seeing as it was Miss Alice who asked you to look for these books, I won't question the matter.
Don't worry, Miss Lisa.
Well then, that's all from...
यार डेली आधा घंटा करके है किसने
We've
बोला था
gathered
भाई आधा घंटा होने ही है अब तक
Wait, look!
For it is what the sakes of the storyline. Act 1
Long,
first.
long ago, an evil dragon descended upon the human world, bringing terrible calamity in its wake. Bravely did the people resist, until at last, the dragon lay slain. Later, a witch with a love for stories came upon the tale of the evil dragon, and for reasons she could not explain, felt a pang of sorrow on its behalf. For she knew, despite its body being
10 मिनट में
born
खत्म
of
होगा Act 1
wicked
during वाला
alchemy,
okay
all along, the dragon's soul was that of an innocent child. Right up to the moment of its death, it had no choice in becoming a vessel of calamity, nor could it fathom the cruel fate that lay before it. Though the witch had a love of stories, she was not pleased with how this one ended. No, that won't do, she thought. I'll write you a better ending instead. And so she set off to do just that, borrowing a little magic from her friend. With it, she wove a dragon's egg, resolving to rear a dragon child of her own. Yet long in thought she lingered, wondering what kind of world her little dragon ought to behold upon waking.
What should be used to adorn his cradle? यार क्या चूज करूं? स्टोरी में फर्क तो पड़ेगा आई थिंक। क्या कहते हो बताओ? मतलब दोनों में चूज करने से कुछ फर्क तो पड़ेगा डेफिनेटली। सेकंड, फर्स्ट वाला चूज करूं तो क्या होगा? पता नहीं, देखते चलो।
At last, she made her mind up, adorning the cradle with a wisp of woodland air. Then, she quietly waited for the egg to hatch.
आई थिंक वो बैकग्राउंड अलग होता।
Whoa! We're actually inside
आई
the
थिंक ये
story.
बैकग्राउंड अलग होता है ना? तुम्हारे में ये बैकग्राउंड आई थिंक अलग था।
This must be Aunt Alice's magic.
Yeah.
A story about me?
Why don't we just see where the story takes us? All we know is the beginning.
Okay.
And now, a
Background अलग है।
golden-haired traveler, a silvery sprite, and a dragon-born youth step onto the stage. What new chapter will their arrival bring?
Whoa! That came out of nowhere. Was that the same voice we heard just now? Yeah. But why do
I've missed this. It's just like the stories my mother used to tell me.
you mean M? She used to tell.
Yeah, she loved it. Back when she was still alive. Sorry, we should focus on what we're here to do. So, now that we're in the story...
The dragon youth wondered aloud. Yet all he could do was wait for the... Of course, there's
मैं
something
different
to be
doll
said for
वाले
helping
background
it
में था।
along.
अच्छा।
Perhaps a little exploration could prove fruitful.
Oh, is that a hint?
Yeah, I agree.
For a moment, the story crashers fell silent. Perhaps waiting around wasn't...
This Dodoko doll is meant to be the witch in the story, right? All the people we've seen that look like that turned out to be mages from the Hexenzirkel. Do you think the witch in this story is one of them too?
My mother had a hat just like this.
Then, the witch must be M. Looks like this story really is about Durin, huh?
Whether the sprite spoke true or not, it had little bearing on the story at hand. For in that moment, what mattered most was not that she was a witch, but a mother waiting for her child to hatch.
Let's keep looking.
Yet those who never stray beyond the main plot often miss the fun little details along the way.
This must be the dragon egg, right? So we've got a dragon egg about to hatch, a witch who...
This is my story, isn't it?
Okay, so how are we supposed to help the story along? It feels like all we can do right now is...
Apparently, it hadn't dawned on the group to look for a way to help the egg hatch faster.
Oh, right! We're at the point in the story where we're waiting for the baby dragon to hatch. So that has to happen before the story can continue.
With the flames at his command, perhaps the dragon youth might be able to provide the egg.
What? You want us to roast the dragon?
The silvery sprite's surprise betrayed her lack of reading. For in countless tales, it is told that only by fire's embrace will a dragon's egg hatch swiftly.
Huh, you kinda have a point there.
Okay, I'll see what I can do.
Okay.
Stay back! The story has only just...
Let every unborn life be welcomed with tender anticipation, and may that warmth stay with it for a lifetime. At last, under the witch's expectant gaze, the little
Act 2
dragon
during
broke
Paimon
free
have
from
major
its shell.
conversations. आगे नहीं बोलूँगा. Okay.
No living being has ever decided the moment of its birth. You were no exception. I brought you into being because I willed it so. Just like the witch who created that evil dragon. But I promise you this. Your birth was wanted. You are loved. And you will have a different fate than the dragon that came before you.
You've never told me those things before, but for some reason, I always... Thank you for bringing me into this world.
मतलब तुम लोग समझ रहे हो guys? गेंशिन का स्टोरी टेलर ही
The
है मैं.
waiting witch did not feel lonely, for she had 3 visitors by her side. Together, they beheld the
ये तो
hatchling's first
राइन
breath
डॉक्टर
of life. Holding her dragon child close, the witch promised him a life unlike that of the evil dragon. And so,
नहीं
nestled
राइन
in
डॉक्टर नहीं
his
शायद वो
mother's warm
वो है
embrace,
निकोल.
did the little dragon's story begin.
Mainly devs playing with Paimon's identity. There are which ones spent a sleepless night and all bring forth the story yet untold. Okay.
Wait, isn't this Mondstadt? Looks like we're back in the real... Looks like there's more written on the page now and less ink left than before. So, does that mean we've completed this chapter? Yeah, but why does M seem to think that the story isn't finished yet? Durin broke free from the curse, came into this world with a new body, and even made a bunch of new friends. That already sounds like a happy ending to Pop. True. Everything's always so mysterious with these mages. Guess all we can do is wait for more clues.
Huh.
हाँ धूम मचला गाना चला दे यहाँ पे.
Is this thing on? All right, that should do it.
Hey, that's Alice's voice.
Hello there, children. If you're hearing this, you've stumbled upon the little recording I left for you. I thought you could use a few hints about how the book works.
बट यार एक चीज मतलब कैनोनिकली एलिस जीन की आंटी है. बट अगर तुम दोनों का कैरेक्टर मॉडल एंड वॉइस देखोगे उल्टा लगता है. एलिस
By
ज्यादा
now,
बच्ची लगती है
I'm
कंपेयर टू
guessing
जीन.
you've already begun to leave your mark on the story. You should know, however, that the book needs time to absorb the ink, so the next chapter's clues won't show up right away.
Wait, so even magic ink needs time to dry?
The good news is, you can return to any chapter you've already completed and continue to explore the mystical, magical storybook world. Have fun, dearies.
Oh, man. Paimon was so ready to knock this out in one go.
Maybe it's for the best.
Alice का
Sooner or
character ही
later,
ऐसा है.
we'll end up being whisked off to another world again, and if
यार
that
बट ये
happens,
चीज ना थोड़ा
knows when
खराब
we'll
है.
be able to
मतलब
come back.
5 दिन का टाइम गेटेड कोई लास्ट डे पे कर ही नहीं पाएगा. डेली घिसो. एक चीज अच्छा है कि डेली
So
एकदम
it might be good to
लॉन्ग
take a
एस
break
रन
while
नहीं
we
करना
can.
पड़ेगा, बट बैड थिंग
A
इज कि
break.
वही यू गाइस एलिस लुक्स ओल्डर नहीं सिमिलर ही बोलूंगा, लगेंगे दोनों एज में।
Paimon has a sudden craving for the good
मतलब अगर
hunter's
किसी और को
sticky
पूछोगे
honey
कि
roast.
कौन ज्यादा ओल्ड
We
लगती है,
happen to be in Mondstadt, so...
दोनों ही सेम एज के बोलेंगे। जीन अपने इससे
So
ज्यादा ही
let's
लगती
meet
है।
up here later.
नेक्स्ट चैप्टर इन 6 आवर्स। यार ये फिर कंप्लीट करने के लिए लोगों के लग जाएंगे। ये ड्रीमर्स भाई, लास्ट डे पे कोई ये कैसे करेगा? सून ऑफ द उल्किन मून, ये तो मैं अभी कर नहीं सकता, तो ठीक है। कैसे हो? बस चल रहा है, बताओ। यो पोलू, एग्जाम कैसा जा रहा है तुम्हारा? पोलू अलगा, पोलू अलगा। ओ शीश, मैंने इनका पैसिव नहीं अनलॉक कराया, मैं इनको 70 में रख के चल रहा हूँ, डैमेज कम आ रहा है। यार ये मैं बाद में कर लूंगा, वैसे ऑफ स्ट्रीम कर लूंगा स्पीड रन। ये क्वेस्ट करते हैं। सिल्वर मून हॉल मेरा कर दिया थिएटर, तुम्हारा नहीं हुआ है। कर दूंगा, कर दूंगा, डोंट वरी।
Hey, she's sitting up!
Is me sitting here a rare sight?
No, we just thought you'd be resting.
नो वे, क्वेस्ट के स्टार्टिंग में ही ये बूंगा बोला। What?
Perhaps I would have been, were it not for the sudden arrival of some unexpected guests.
हेलो बेनेट, अब इसके दिन ही कर देना, अब लोल 3 दिन बाकी। हाँ वैसे वो भी सही है।
Not that I consider it a disturbance.
एक काम करो पोलू,
After all,
वहां पे
You are the only ones who are free to enter.
एक बार एबिस लिख के नाम डाल दो तुम्हारा लिस्ट में।
Would it
एबिस
not
एंड
be a
थिएटर
little
लिख के डाल दो।
unfriendly of me to lie down while we speak?
I didn't realize you put so much thought into little things like that.
भाई ये इतना ज्यादा कैसे बोल रहा है?
Only sometimes. There have been moments lately where I think
गेंशिन
about you and
2.0
your
के भी
companions.
बातें आज ही बोल देगा क्या इसी क्वेस्ट में?
They are warm, mysterious, and they say that travelers return home bearing bags full of souvenirs. But my luggage was empty, and I believed it would stay that way.
Return home? So, you're still planning on returning?
Yes. This planet continues to reject me, reminding me that I do not belong. If I remain into that, there will come a day that I
एडिट करके एबिस
disintegrate,
पे कर दो। एडिट नहीं, न्यू
and I
मैसेज
don't
डाल
mean
देना।
reduced to dust. or turn into food
237
for the
फुल में
flowers.
कॉलमनस रिवर प्लस रिवर
I
सिग्नेचर
mean,
मिल सकता है क्या?
I will cease to exist
237 थोड़ा मुश्किल है, अच्छा खासा लक चाहिए। 2 कैरेक्टर तो आ जाने चाहिए आराम से, बट वेपन थोड़ा मुश्किल हो सकता है।
All right then. Well, we're sure gonna miss you. But it sounds like we'll have to say goodbye.
How do you intend to return?
अभी है हाँ, When you log in under the Silverman Hall, I can claim Spain if stay there, Colombia से yes मैंने देखा है वो, but I think उसके लिए तो मैं पहले ये quest complete करना पड़ेगा क्योंकि ये इसी version में मैं ये वाला सुन रहा हूँ and देखा है.
The moon prayer night is soon to arrive. On that day, the Kuvaki in the
But
sand
Welkin
will
खत्म
reach
होने
its
वाला है, मैं
peak at
test
that
कैसे करूँ?
time. I merely need to grasp the tide, and with relatively little
बोलूँ जरा
effort.
10-20 Welkin भेजना.
Oh, Paimon gets it! It'll work like a slingshot!
हाँ? क्या? एक second. The Quenke in this land will reach its peak at that time. I merely need to grasp the tide. With the During कैसा
You
लगा
make
आपको?
it sound like she's gonna get
As of
blasted
now,
up to the moon.
okay सा है. But मैंने mainly निकाला है क्योंकि I believe कि वो future proof होगा. In future characters के साथ बहुत बढ़िया चलेगा.
If I did that, I suspect I would crash into the false sky. I will be using a much gentler approach. But I do like the analogy.
You see? She gets Paimon's sense of humor.
In the blink of an eye, the time has come to part ways.
It does feel that way, doesn't it? Time seems to fly fastest when you are enjoying it. I have always thought of myself as a wanderer on this earth, and it has never expressed any desire to keep me here. Yet, just as I plan to depart, it tugs at my arm. Is this a gesture of affection? Or is the...
Oh. Were you hoping I can...
Yes, you are a traveler, so you must have a lot...
Then, what I would say is... enjoy the moment.
That's right! Don't overthink it! Happiness is happiness and joy is joy! The point is to enjoy it, not analyze it!
I see. Then what I would say is, even though I am very tired right now...
I can't tell from the tone of your voice.
Oh, really? You... don't think I sound...
I'm just kidding. I could tell you were in a good mood today from the
Ah, a joke. Anyway, I assume you're here about you-know-what. Give me your hand.
भाई 237 पुल मेरे पास अभी है 6.3 तक हो सकता है क्या अगर वो सेकंड हाफ में आई तो हाँ आई थिंक अगले पैच में अच्छा खासा पुल भी मिलेगा वेल्किन भी है हाँ फिर आई थिंक यस अगले वर्जन का एंड तक तो बस एंड तक की भी नीड नहीं है सेकंड हाफ में आई गेस 30-40 पुल्स ही मिलेंगे फर्स्ट हाफ पे ही मेजर अमाउंट ऑफ पुल्स मिल जाएंगे तो हाँ आई थिंक कि मिल सकता है
Actually, it's not that. There's something else we wanted to discuss with you.
Oh. Then, do you still want to give me your hand?
Sure.
सिखलाली ने देख लिया ना थप्पड़ मार के इसे मून पे भेज देगी एक चाटा सीधा मून पे
Thank you.
ये हैंड होल्ड का ऐसे
I've
सिखलाली
heard that in the moon prayer nights of
एग्जैक्टली
the past, people here would hold celebrations in the moon goddess's honor. Since you helped so much in our fight against the Rehir of Solnari, I think you deserve a farewell party before you return home. I haven't asked everyone else for their opinions on this yet, but I'd like to invite you to join the upcoming moon prayer night.
I've never joined a moon prayer night before. I'm not sure what I would even...
Oh, don't worry about that! We take care of everything! Of course, there's no need to force it if you're not feeling...
But... they call me Kutar, and the Fatui have an arrest warrant out for me.
I'll make it work. You have my...
Yeah, we got your back! Well, he does. Paimon's actually not too sure what he's planning.
All right, if you're sure. I will not refuse your invitation. I suppose it wouldn't hurt to pack a few more sights from this world into my suitcase before finally learning what my homeland looks like. Oh, if you see luck, rather, it is. There is no need.
That was kind of cryptic, but...
And also, I do not know.
मेरे पास एक भी जियो डीपीएस नहीं है, जो चाहिए आई होप मिल जाए। जियो के डीपीएस ही कहा है कौन है? नाविया।
Since she's
बाकी
agreed
जियो
to
के
join the
डीपीएस है
festival,
ही नहीं
let's
कोई
go see who else
नाविया
wants
के
to.
अलावा। बोलने को है बट जियो में अगर डीपीएस लायक कोई कैरेक्टर है तो वो नाविया है, बट नाविया भी अभी तो
Lama's gotta be the
वही
person
आउट
most
ऑफ द
familiar
मेटा
with the
काइंड
Moon
ऑफ।
Fair night. We should start with her. Also, what exactly is your plan to keep her safe?
Not sure yet. I'll figure something out.
What?
क्या हो गया? इठू की
Lama,
उठी।
it's us! Huh? Varka? What are you doing here?
Beats me. I had a bit too much to drink last night, and when I woke up, I was on
ऑनेस्टली
Ishi
यार ये
Island.
मतलब गेंशिन के वो फैन एनिमेशंस नहीं होते, मतलब एग्जैक्ट गेंशिन जैसे नहीं रखते, मतलब पूरा सब कुछ सिमिलर बट हल्का सा डिफरेंट होता है। वारका वैसा लगता है भाई।
Mr. Varka is helping to
वारका
oversee
गेंशिन का
Nashaton's
कैरेक्टर ही नहीं लगता।
preparations for Moon Prayer Night. He is here to go over some details regarding the decorations.
Right, yeah, that too.
What do you mean, that too?
Yes, celebrating this festival is on this day, the crescent moon at the top branches of the verdant crest turns into a full moon, and the moon prayer blossoms bloom with a special radiance. Our people take these to be blessed omens.
It's an especially welcome event coming off the back of all that nasty business with Rare. Everyone got put through the ringer recently, and now they're looking to turn their fortunes around.
गैलागर एवेंचरिन गैलागर आई गेस आउटफिट स्टाइल थोड़ा गैलागर जैसा है, कलर पैटर्न एवेंचरिन जैसा है, एंड थोड़ा बहुत फेस एंड हेयर स्टाइल वो शील्डर के जैसा है, पुराना शील्डर एचएसआर का। मैं नाम भूल जाता हूँ यार उसका।
The big shots in
बोलू
town
नाम
all
बताना
agree
जरा।
that a big, lively celebration.
No wonder Catherine said that people weren't so bothered about the religion.
That's right. It's become more of a local custom by this
Jeopard,
point.
yes.
The celebrations have little to do with whether the religious
Face नहीं,
stories
hair थोड़ा
behind this
बहुत
event are
Jeopard
true
जैसा।
or not. Even the Frost Moon Scions are eagerly awaiting the coming of Moon Prayer Night.
That's fair. It's a bit like the lantern ride in Liyue. It's a chance for people to enjoy themselves, not debate the Oh, one other thing. We just went to see Columbina. We went ahead and invited her to take part in the festival this time.
Wait, so you mean she agreed to it?
Then I suppose that she intends to return to the moon.
Oh, yeah. It's kind of a complicated process, but basically, it's like a slingshot.
I understand. In truth, I had a feeling that she might make such a well. If Kuthar has decided to participate in the festival, we should
जबार से आ रहा
prepare
है, कल मुझे
accordingly.
जीला मिला भाई, मुझे तो E6 वेल्ट मिलेगा, अब गारंटी है।
Yeah, exactly. She was saying how it could be risky for her to show.
And
Darn! We may have.
Nah, don't sweat the small stuff.
Huh? Are you saying you had.
Not as such, no, but the most important thing with a festival is to... You can't go preparing for a festival with those long faces.
एक मिनट।
You'll never convince anyone to enjoy themselves.
The Mondstatter spirit is strong with this one.
as it happens, I agree. Let's start by making our appreciation for Kuthar the beating heart of the festive atmosphere. And who knows? Once we get the
मैं
ball
अब गारंटी सेव
rolling,
कर लूंगा, न्यू रीजन में
perhaps
निकालूंगा,
everything
शायद
will
मैं भी
just...
कुछ ऐसा ही
Hey,
करूं।
did you catch that? Lama said the thing! Or close enough, at least.
I'm looking forward to the Moon Prayer Night already.
थोड़ा भी अंबर कैसा
We have
रहेगा
a
पता नहीं है
festival
भाई,
in
कोलंबिना को आने
Mondstadt
तो दो।
called Wind Bloom. And you can always
उसके
tell
बाद
which
पता
couples
चलेगा।
are celebrating. And I have a feeling we'll get to see that same smile.
Not quite the same, sure.
क्रिएटर एक्सपीरियंस
Anyway,
वीडियो आएगा,
I'll take
उसके
care of
बाद
business
मैं
in
बता
the city,
पाऊंगा,
but I'll have to leave the decor up
क्योंकि
to you
मैं
and the Frost
लीक्स
Moon
फॉलो नहीं
Scions.
करता, अलाउ ही नहीं
No one
करता।
else can catch. But lastly, there's the final key element that brings the festival to life.
Before you leave, also, I have some further questions.
क्रिएटिविटी
They
उसमें
surely look they're
हाँ
having fun.
I believe so. Kuhenki seem very.
Maybe it's an innate talent?
Wanatar! You wanna play too?
इमेजिन ये वो निकले लिंडिस
Yeah. She looks more confused.
Maybe we can teach her next time if we get the chance. What are these floaty things?
Moon veils. We hang.
Everyone seems hard at work.
They are preparing items for Moon Prayer Night. For instance, the sculpture being.
Ah, there she is. I didn't know the finished article would be so large. Not to worry, though. All the necessary arrangements have been made. Just let me know once it's ready.
You have my thanks. And over here, we are preparing a very traditional confection.
Oh, look at all these colors! It looks great! Can Paimon try one?
Of course. I have a.
You bet!
Going
Sweets and treats or Paimon?
If you included those in the Feast of the Moon, I bet Paimon would have joined the Frost Moon Scions by...
There will also be verdant crests like this present in Nasha Town during the... The timing of Moon Prayer Night is not as such. The...
यार यहाँ पे फालतू की यापिंग होने वाली है ना ये वाले पार्ट में मुझे तो वही फील आ रहा है स्किप मार दूं क्या
Let's talk here.
10 दिन डिले
To tell the... I once asked her if she...
सब रैप अप करने में टाइम लग गया ना एंड अभी तो बाकी है
But I took this to mean her answer was no. But if that were the... Ah, I see. But my wish was not for her to come here and be worshipped as a deity. I'm sure she believes that showing herself here might invite Fatui intervention. But what really...
I think I'm qualified to weigh in here. Anyway, she's agreed...
I see your point. Yes.
Our job is to leave her with some happy memories. Besides, who's to say her journey to the moon is a one-way trip? It's not like she can't come back and visit if she wants, right?
Paimon agrees wholeheartedly. Festivals are all about having fun, so let's keep it simple.
All right, I'm gonna head back to Nasha Town soon. Want to come with? I'm guessing you have some other folks to visit there.
Sure thing, let's go!
Thank you all.
Your wish. अच्छा मेरा तो विश अभी बिरयानी खाने का मन कर रहा है ये पीछे कौन है कौन खड़ा था या थी अरे पोटैटो पोटैटो मेरे बारे को बुलाओ अरे बिरयानी खाए हुए मुझे बहुत टाइम हो गया है पूरा क्वेस्ट यापिंग से भरा पड़ा है अरे
Chatting about.
Your guess is as good as mine.
Ah, Grand Master, and the Traveler and...
Hello there. Perfect. We have some new volunteers for our
Wait, let me guess. The righteous Lightkeepers are finally ready to hunt down the abyssal...
Yes, that...
Yeah, right. Oh, wait. Why does everyone keep keep saying that.
Well, to be precise, the facts match, but not the causality.
Wait, so I guessed right?
Half right. Don't act so impressed with yourself.
Maybe I can
यार
explain.
वारका और इत्तो
We
का
ran
सही
into
बैठेगा
Mr.
साथ
Flint's
में.
north of Nasha Town. At that time, we just noticed a few abyssal creatures out in the wild, but the strange thing was, I didn't detect any traces of abyssal energy on them at all. On closer inspection, we realized that they were not real monsters, but something akin to reflections in the water, or perhaps a mirage.
Huh? What do you mean?
Exactly. It was very peculiar.
I think I've heard of things like that happening in Nodcry before.
Yes, it's a known phenomenon. Mirage-like illusions tend to appear in Nodcry in the run-up to Moonprayer Night. From a distance, they appear quite... I myself thought that Misters Durin and Albedo were locked in battle with abyssal monsters when I first arrived.
But after sharing intel and investigating a little further, we can confirm that these illusions are harmless. There is no great cause for concern.
All the Mirage stories I've heard are either animals, rocks, or small houses.
Albedo
Abyssal monsters, though? That's a
बना
first.
लग रहा है वारका के सामने. Albedo क्या? अच्छा कैरेक्टर इंटरेक्शन पे फोकस ज्यादा करता है compared to plot movement.
It's a first for me, too. So I'm planning to look into it.
What about you two?
Alice contacted me a few days ago. She'd
Yeah?
like me and Durin to assist her with an experiment.
आंटी एलिस से सीधा एलिस. तेरा तो गेम बजाना पड़ेगा.
But we lost contact shortly after receiving the message.
Bro, I
I'm
was
sure that
saying
comes
कि
as
एक
no
बार
surprise to
ये
anyone
लान देख
familiar
लेते
with her.
तो.
We don't know when the wind
ये
will blow.
डायलॉग से ये होने दो.
Well, I suggest we investigate.
Right? Whatever. Let's go see what she knows.
हाँ. अब बताओ. अरे ये लग्न HP बहुत कम है. रेशियो यार तो सही है बट HP बहुत कम है. मैक्स कर लेना. वेपन कैरेक्टर दोनों ही मैक्स कर लेना. रिसेंटली पुल किया है क्या? हाँ, बर्स्ट स्किल को भी 9 कर लेना. पहले बर्स्ट कर लो फिर स्किल को 9 कर लेना. रेशियो वगैरह काफ़ी सही है. एनर्जी भी काफ़ी अच्छा मेंटेन करा है. बस तुम्हारा HP कम है. अच्छा है. ये भी अच्छा है. इसीलिए HP कम है. ये HP का यूज़ करो. तुम्हारा क्रिट डैमेज का है तो तुम इजीली रिप्लेस कर पाओगे इसे. HP परसेंटेज मेन सर्कुलेट यूज करो. सबस्टैट में CR एंड CD ट्राई करो. कुछ 180 ER के साथ 65 और CD 200 220 जो भी चला जाए. अगर 220 चला जाता है HP सर्कुलेट के साथ तो बहुत सही है. बट अगर 200 भी रहता है तो भी बुरा नहीं है. कितना दूँ HP सर्कुलेट लगा के देखो. अगर 30 के प्लस जाता है फिर तो बहुत बढ़िया है. बट एटलीस्ट 28 के कर लेना. वैसे इसके पैसिव से इसका HP भी इंक्रीज होता है बट थोड़ा हाई यार रखना बेटर है. प्लिंस के साथ आई थी तो सोचा बिल्ड कर दो. भाई अब तक बिल्ड नहीं करा. बिल्ड करो. मतलब बिल्ड है तुम्हारा. बस सर्कुलेट HP का यूज़ करना है. एंड बहुत सारे लोगों का CR होता है. तुम्हारा CD है. दैट इज़ गुड. तुम इजीली रिप्लेस कर सकते हो.
You're right, I have noticed. There's certainly something a little... Records indicate that this phenomenon can occur in the days before and following Moon Prayer Night. That said, it has always been a rare sight in the past. The odds of encountering these phantoms are similar to looking up in the night sky, happening to see a shooting star, and managing to make a wish before it disappears. But this time, either everyone's getting lucky, or they're appearing far more frequently than usual. Yehoda's out gathering intel as we speak. In the meantime, let me check off some points of interest. First, the Abyss.
The ones we saw seem to be abyssal monsters.
Indeed. But we have identified one location where many more of them have made an appearance. And not just monsters, but human phantoms too. Given the scale and nature of the phantoms, it's almost as if someone's last memories are coming to life. Or perhaps the memories of multiple people.
Oh.
So you mean the phantom monsters are hunting down the phantom humans?
Exactly. The phantoms can interact with each other, but we have no means of intervening. In addition, some of the human phantoms would seem to be from the very distant past. This is clear both from the clothing they wear and the stories. They claim to be from Hyperborea, a name which I've heard from Lauma before. If this is true, it means they must be from 6,000...
Did Paimon hear that right? 6,000 years?
It sounds like this merits further exploration.
That'd be a big help. I'll leave it with you, Albedo. My knowledge of ancient history is non-existent. I used to doze off every time the pre-Knights of Favonius era...
It's quite a miracle that you were able to understand these phantoms' speech, given how long ago they lived.
I suppose you're right. But I'll leave the archaeologists to ruminate over that conundrum. Which, in this case, hopefully means earning myself some good favor with our dear Lady Moonchanter.
So calculating. Whew, this intel broker logic always catches Paimon by surprise.
Sounds to me like we could split the work up.
I think the abyssal phenomenon is best left to Albedo, Flint's, and me.
Agreed. It coincides with my duty as a lightkeeper.
For my part, I'd like to understand the abyss better. Even a little knowledge would go a long way.
This is certainly a rare opportunity to study the abyss. But even rarer, perhaps, is the chance to make contact with the ancients.
The Curatorium will take the lead on investigating the Hyperboreans. We put in the work to learn what we know so far. It seems only fair that we get some quantity of exclusive intel.
That just leaves our trusty team of 2 unassigned. Since you became an honorary knight, of course. This was part of my grand plan all along.
Oh yeah! By the way, we managed to convince Columbina to come to the Moon Prayer Night celebrations.
She agreed to that? Huh. Quite an achievement. Never underestimate the traveler, I guess.
मैंने ये
I'd be
वाला line
happy to
skip नहीं
join.
करा वो line
No
सुनने के
point
लिए
shutting myself inside when the
इसी बारे में
streets are
इनफ का
all
रिव्यू
decked
करोगे
out.
हाँ जरूर यूआईडी
I
बता
doubt
देना
any clients will be visiting during the festival in any case. And Yehoda loves a party. So I'm sure she'll jump at the opportunity.
No, 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 no.
Way to contradict me in front of...
Wait, no, that's not what I... So many people. All right, everyone inside. This is gonna sound crazy, but hear me out. I saw one of those phantoms at Star Sand Shoal, and it was some like a spaceship? That's gotta be the one you came to Tibet in. You said you saw the same thing through the moon marrow, right? Huh? You already know about it? Ugh, I thought I was gonna blow people's minds. Wait. Back up. You came here in a spaceship? Now my mind is blown! What's it like on the inside? Was it like flying through space? I want to know everything! Yep, exactly. Huge discovery. You're the best, second best intel broker in the world. Wow. Really?
know if I'm all that.
I guess that decides where we're heading next. Come on, don't look at me like that. I know the spaceship doesn't have anything to do with me, but you don't want to leave me as the only one twiddling my thumbs, do you?
Fair enough. You
यार
can tag
प्लीज
along.
वाला सुनना था मुझे.
In that case, let's meet back here to discuss.
I wish everyone a productive
You too. What's up, boss?
Tell me, Yehoda, when did the curatorium start giving out intel for free?
Oh,
Nefa. Nefa. वाह सिर्फ NFI है. ओके. नहीं नहीं. CRCD कम है. 70 बाई. यार इसे कोई बेटर CD वाला वेपन दे सकते हो. ब्लैक क्लिफ वगैरह. अगर ब्लैक क्लिफ है तो वो दे सकते हो, या फिर नॉर्डक्राई का फोर्जेबल दे देना. सिल्कन मून ही चलेगा इस पे. CRCD बेटर करना है. CD फिर भी ठीक है, मतलब नॉन क्रिट वेपन के हिसाब से. CR 10% बढ़ाना है तुम्हें. इसका बर्स्ट कोई बफ प्रोवाइड करता है कि नहीं मैं श्योर नहीं हूँ, देखना पड़ेगा वो. C1 अगर इसका बर्स्ट कोई बफ प्रोवाइड करता है देन एनर्जी की थोड़ी सी नीड है, बट अगर नहीं करता है बस डैमेज डील करता है देन फुल ऑफेंसिव वेपन दे सकते हो. वैसे हो गया मेरा लूनर फ्लोर पे. अच्छा कर लिया. नाइस. अबे यार CR इंक्रीज करना है ना. ओके यस, बट CD लूज मत करना. CD लूज किए बगैर CR इंक्रीज करना है.
Yehoda was right on the money. This phantom really is
और
your
अगर
spaceship.
गिरा भी तो 170 के नीचे मत जाना नॉन क्रिट वेपन पे.
But that's so weird. Why would it show up here? Is it some kind of projection? Or a ghost? Like, maybe it no longer exists, but somehow it left an after image?
Ah, you're already here.
Miss Lauma, what a surprise. I thought you were busy with festival prep.
I was, until one of our people informed me that a strange sight had appeared. No one's ever seen something quite like this before. I thought I should see it for myself.
Same here. Oh, so we heard that these things appear around the festival period. Any idea?
Unfortunately not. We have very limited information about them, since they can't be interacted with. And no human phantoms have ever made an appearance before now. The most we've been able to deduce is that these sightings appear to be connected to the
Yeah, seems like that's all we can do.
Allow me to lend you a hand. Everyone, our friend here should be able to provide us with some information.
Is that a phantom rhyme horn deer?
I've heard about how the Frost Moon Scions live in harmony with the animals and can even communicate with them. That's coming in handy now for...
Okay.
Oh, it's leaving.
It appears to share our curiosity about this giant spaceship, so I asked it if it wouldn't mind investigating along with some friends. In return, I told it about some nearby spots where the wild fruit grows abundantly. We may live in a different era from these phantoms, but I trust that the terrain, climate, and ecology here are more resistant to the effects of time than something. Let's give them a moment and hope for the best.
All back together? Must have been a lot of fruit.
Indeed. Now let me ask them some questions. It did find a lot of wild fruit, enough for them to feast for a long while. This puffin circled in the air several times, but didn't spot anything out of the ordinary. Certainly...
Huh. Well, it definitely makes sense to get a bird's eye view.
Indeed. Other than that, I was also thinking that the world these phantoms see is also different from ours.
Oh, I get what you mean. The wild fruit exist in both times and spaces, but there might also be things that only exist in that space-time, which we can't see.
Good point. Great thinking, Lauma.
Blunthorn rhinos can use kuvaki to shift great rocks, but this one says it couldn't get that ship to budge by even an inch. The sniffer mole tried too, but despite being a skilled digger, it could not get through. They say that the spaceship looks robust and undamaged. It seems completely impervious to any and all attacks.
Nice.
Whatever lies within is well defended from...
So, just like us humans, there was nothing they could do about this spaceship either.
Yes. Still, they deserve our thanks.
ऐसे read किया तो burst से increase the body elemental mastery by 6% or enough attack of enough attack. अच्छा 6% elemental mastery फिर तो buff थोड़ा बहुत provide करती है.
We are grateful
Not
for all your
massively
efforts,
important,
dear
but still
friends.
damage
Now go
improve तो करेगा.
and enjoy your feast.
I've noticed some other human phantoms gathered nearby. Come on, let's go.
Human phantom.
What is this thing?
Goodness knows. My grandpa says it's been sitting here at least since his grandpa was still alive.
What about his grandpa? Did he say anything to your grandpa's grandpa about it?
Huh? I don't know. In all likelihood, it was here back then too. Hard to imagine something this huge could move.
Guess that means that as far as they're concerned, this ship's been around a long time.
गेम भी देती है अटैक भी देती है. अच्छा फिर तो काफी फर्क पड़ेगा. अरे
Come on, brothers. If we can get even a small chunk off of this thing, it's gotta be worth a fortune. Today
ट्रैवलर
is the
यही पे
day we
पीट देगा
strike it
भाई.
rich.
बताओ ट्रैवलर के सामने ट्रैवलर की स्पेसशिप चुराने की बात कर रहा है रामी.
You mean Paimon?
Yes, brother, I shall join you. Let's make our fortune.
Of course.
We should go with them.
What the? This thing is crazy tough. I can't even scratch it. What's it made of?
Sorry, brother. Looks like we'll have to seek our fortunes elsewhere.
Enjoying yourself?
I was just seeing if I could influence this phantom's perception by playing. But nope, no dice.
I guess लेकिन when it enough a Columbia ना तो मैं overload लूनर चार्ज सब मिल जाएगा। वायर का कभी मस्त बंदा है ना, मस्त कैरेक्टर। वही तो मैं बोल रहा हूँ ना, इत्तो के साथ इसकी बहुत बनेगी। मतलब इत्तो एंड वार का एक फ्रेम में दोनों की दोस्ती बहुत बढ़िया बनेगी।
I'm sure we're all starting to build up an idea of what's going on here now that we've spoken to some of the people. These phantoms are reenacting real historical events in Nodcry. It's almost like we're in some kind of interactive stage play. We can talk to the actors, but the plot is fixed, and we can't influence it.
It makes sense.
Varka
History is
Itto,
set in
but with
stone.
high IQ.
The objective facts of the past cannot be changed.
Paimon totally thought you were just goofing around earlier. But actually, you were doing some serious investigating.
Of course I was. Anyway, at this point, I think we're forced to conclude that although the Phantom spaceship is right there in front of us, we aren't going to learn much about it from these people.
Yeah, the singing competition Itto versus Paimon.
Don't be discouraged. If nothing else, this is proof of the ship's existence. And think about it. So many people tried to hack their way inside, but no one could get the door open. It's made of very tough material. To me, that says that we'll either find the ship itself or the story behind it. It's just a matter of time.
Huh. Every now and then, when Varka gets serious, he actually does seem like Grandmaster material for...
I wonder how the others are doing. Let's head back for now.
Sounds good. Also, drinks are on me if Team Knights of Favonius is the first to finish.
Wait, we have a team name now?
Am I in Team Knights of Favonius as well?
You're very welcome to join. We've even got a cathedral ready for you.
Isn't that technically blasphemy? You wouldn't dare make a joke like that if Barbados was in earshot.
Nah, I'm sure Barbados doesn't mind a little harmless blasphemy once in a while.
Now skip till you see Alice. Okay, matlab once again yapping चलेगी. एक सेकंड, ये तो खानरियन लग रहा है. वो डेफिनेटली खानरियन था.
No.
हाँ, खानरियन है.
I know it's hard to stomach, Mr. Duran. But as I'm sure you've noticed, there is nothing we can do to intervene in that which unfolds before.
But we have to at least try.
And try you have. But are you aware of how many unsuccessful attempts you...
I wasn't keeping count.
I'm afraid this is the 39th failure so far.
Much older.
There are no indications that these phantoms may be altered in any way.
Argon Quest must as compared to Natlan.
You seem to have calmed down a little. I'll make us a fire. You should rest and have some water. Feeling any better now, Mr. Duran?
May I...
Be my guest.
What exactly are we witnessing here?
Yes.
What happened? My guess would be that we are seeing Nodcry during the Conrian Cataclysm. Would that be accurate?
Conria.
That is correct. As you know, once the Abyss senses even the tiniest crack, it floods in and spreads like wildfire. There was a time in the distant past when it permeated all of Nodcry, causing immeasurable harm. The people paid a terrible price to heal. Then, 500 years ago, the whole of Tevat suffered an abyssal disaster. Once more, Nodcry was dealt a devastating...
I see.
In the face of the abyssal onslaught, all were like grains of sand tossed around by a tidal wave. Be they human, fae, or god. The moment you witnessed is but one drop in a whole ocean of catastrophe.
Ready, लेकिन Argon Quest must था. हाइपरबोरियन लोग आएंगे। एक्सपी भाई कितना स्किप करा रहे।
All right. I guess that answers my second question, too. I wanted to know why there's nothing I could do to help them, and that's because what we are seeing is history.
That would be my guess as well.
As I understand it, history and fate are not all that dissimilar.
ये
The
kind
latter
of
may be unseen to us,
वैसा
but
हुआ
both are immutable.
जो हमने नेथलन के लास्ट आर्कन क्वेस्ट में देखा था। ट्रैवलर क्या कहते हैं, दूसरे डायमेंशन से थोड़ा बहुत लिंक हो गया था, मतलब दोनों टाइमलाइन आपस में वो कर रही थी। ये तो वैसा ही लग रहा है।
Fate was determined
इसको इतना
long,
नॉलेज कैसे
long
किसको?
ago.
I still have a couple of other questions for you, Mr. Flint's.
फाइनली पता चला सिनर स्ट्रॉन्ग देन अर्कन। यहाँ पे बोला कहीं पे? अच्छा, स्ट्रॉन्गर देन आर्कन बोलो। हाँ, वो तो डेफिनेटली
You
भाई।
mentioned more than one abyssal disaster that has
आर्कन
struck
से तो
this land
डेफिनेटली
in the
स्ट्रॉन्गर है वो
past.
लोग।
And also,
फ्लिंट्स को
how are you
भाई,
able to stay
फ्लिंट्स
so calm when you're talking about these
फ्लिंट्स भी
events?
काफी सालों से जिंदा है ना।
From everything I know about you, you're not cold or ruthless, and you're not indifferent to the suffering of...
Alas, I am forced to show my age. I must be 600 or 700 years old by human measure.
Yeah.
Wait, so...
One is not easily moved by history when one has witnessed the truth firsthand.
I'm sorry.
एटगलिज्म खुद देगा
You
इसने।
needn't apologize.
इसमें बताया है।
Your passion is a good thing to
फ्लिंट्स को
have.
इसमें बताया।
Treasure it. Now, at the risk of offending you, I have a question in return. Your curiosity toward the abyss, is it born from hatred or because you sense its call? I only ask because I kept a fragment of Rere's body in my lantern for a short time. Specifically, his heart. So I know what a burden it can be to carry the abyss with you, and I hear its power growling from somewhere within you. In my eyes, your mere existence is a...
My honest answer is... I don't know. I don't think I have the confidence to say for certain. What I will say is the abyss is not the only issue that haunts me. Even before I became who I am today, the question dogged me constantly. Should I even exist? My doubts remain unresolved. But when we fought Rerir, something became a little clearer to me.
नहीं है। हाँ, फ्लिंट्स ह्यूमन नहीं है।
Sometimes it is the darkness within us that allows us to achieve the impossible.
I certainly got the sense from your 39 attempts that you were trying to achieve the impossible. It sounds like you've resolved to see the truth.
Absolutely. And that's...
Then I wish you every Well, if everyone's caught their breath, I suppose we should head back.
Faye, yes. Yes, the phase.
Incredibly, our separate investigations led us all to the same conclusion.
Yeah, but we barely learned anything, though. I totally and all this stuff about moons and hyperopia. What a load of baloney. Seems like people back...
I understand your frustration. We found the same issue. Each phantom only showed a very brief moment, and there isn't much value to be found in these miscellaneous fragments of a civilization's history, no matter how glorious it may have been.
If there's a silver lining, it's that these phantoms are harmless to the present reality. They shouldn't get in the way of the festivities.
Paimon agrees. And not just because it's the first thing she understood in this whole conversation.
You look disappointed, Nefer. Is something the matter?
What do you think? We all worked our tails off, but...
Well, please do share the Hyperborean records with me.
Oh, duh! Yeah! That was it!
I'm serious. Only an expert in the Frostmoon Scions and their history can turn these records into valuable research material. The alternative is to let them gather dust on the Curatorium's storage shelves until the... Nefer, you're wise enough to know that cooperating And sharing the profits is the best course of action.
Well, that goes without saying. Sure, let's do that.
अब बस पियरो को आर्कन क्वेस्ट में देखना चाहता हूँ. पियरो तो
Huh?
I guess शेज़नाया में ही
Didn't
आएगा.
you say we aren't supposed to give out intel for free? Sorry. Shutting up.
यार यहाँ पे ये वॉइस लेट चला.
Now is not a good time to push Nefer's buttons.
Anyway, back to Moon Prayer Night. I'm thinking that we should prepare something a little...
You mean a party?
Can't go wrong with food. Although, does food go bad on the moon?
Perhaps a lantern would be a better choice. It might be dark.
It could prove difficult to light a lantern on the moon. Magical stones might serve that purpose better.
What about a clockwork mecha model from Fontaine? I've got a whole bunch at home. I use them for fighting practice in my...
None of these sound like things she would be even remotely interested in. But we don't interact with her enough to know what she likes.
Yeah. It would really save us the guesswork if someone could find out what she's in.
Of course.
Wait, what the...
तब I think shades भी आ जाएगा ना.
They're all looking at you.
शेज़नाया में possible है. सरित्सा जो भी करेगी उसे रोकने के लिए आ सकते हैं वो लोग.
Great! Haha, problem solved. Now, I need to stop by Dory's. Gonna need her help sourcing a bunch of stuff for the
Then let's leave it there for now. We all have our own business to attend to. Traveler, if you find out what Kutar like...
Is something the matter? I'm fine. It's just... But it's okay. This is something I have to work through. I'll be all right.
Well, don't put too much pressure on yourself. If you ever feel like something's wrong, physically...
Come on. Stop treating me like a kid.
यार मैं सोच रहा हूँ 8 बजे एक छोटा सा ब्रेक लेके खाना खाने जाऊंगा. खाना खा के आ जाऊंगा मैं.
Columbina, we're back! Huh? She's not here. Weren't there a few Kuhenki here last time, too? Where did they all go? Walkies? For Kuhenki? You're not pets, you know. Oh, well. Looks like we just came at a bad time. There's still a few days until Moon Prayer Night, so we're in no rush. Besides, she needs time to rest anyway. Columbina! Are you back? Oh, how strange. Looks like she's still right. It's not like her to spend so much time outside. What about Luonatar? Hey! Do you know? Sorry, didn't understand. But if you know where she is, could you take us? Yeah, that's even stranger. What about him? Oh, that's not good news. They change color when Columbina gets weaker, right? And they look super pale right now. Good idea. She might know what's happening.
I think सरित्सा एंटी हीरो होगी. Maybe intention उसके सही होंगे but path नहीं.
Ah, it's you. How is Kutar? Is she okay? No, she hasn't. I came here to... Based on past precedent, she must be very weak right now. Even getting up to walk would be a struggle. It seems...
Not to mention that she doesn't do that at the best of times either.
No. Very few people are in the know about Kutar's whereabouts. And if anyone suspicious had visited, they'd have left. Come on, let's go to Nasha Town. If anyone has seen her, someone there will know about.
Makes sense.
बॉस फाइट यहाँ पे
Wait a moment. Is it just Paimon, or is this stall kind of suspicious?
No, I don't recognize.
Alas, your free and easy adventure time is over.
Okay.
Now, prepare to face the final boss of
Okay, I
Nod
see.
Cry.
I see.
Whoa! Where'd that voice come?
Not sure, but it's.
No, 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 not that way. The final boss is right here.
The sniffer?
That's the final boss? Surely not.
Okay, the jig is up. I'll stop teasing you. Turn around. I'm right. It seems I've managed to leave quite an indelible impression, even though you've never seen my face. Ah, nothing could make a great mage more pleased with herself.
The Great Adventure of the Realms Dodo King, Defender of Old Mondstadt. But most importantly, Mother of the most adorable clique, the Great Adventurer of the Realms. Yeah. Damn. ये भाई साहब एलिस को अलग ही वो दिया है यहाँ पे, मतलब काइंड ऑफ ब्रेकिंग द फोर्थ वॉल टाइप सीन कर दिया यहाँ पे. ये क्वेश्चन मार्क को चेंज करके अपना नाम उसने वो कर दिया, एलिस ने खुद दिया है.
I've heard that all the big shots in Teyvat have long, wordy titles that stun people speechless when they
अपना
make their
intro.
entrance.
Yes.
Unfortunately, none of them are affiliated with
So
the
Alice
Hexen
is the
Circle,
Deadpool of
and
Genshin
we
Impact.
ourselves keep a very low profile. The notorious name-dropping doesn't quite work for us. Still, I, for one, think I'm really quite amazing. So that didn't stop me from coming up with a title anyway.
Alice? It's really you this time? Not a lantern or a dodo, but Alice in the flesh?
Oh, that's right. So, what do you think?
You look like...
What is that supposed to mean, I'm the mother of Klee, Teyvat's #1 cutie. How old could I possibly be?
So she's a friend?
Kind of. This is actually the first time we've seen her in person.
I see. Madam Mage, that was, quite a powerful entrance. I certainly won't be forgetting it anytime soon.
It's okay, Lauma, don't force it. Paimon will do the honors. This is Alice from the Hexen Circle. She's a friend of ours. And of Arcus, too. That's right. She's a good person.
Well, what is the human heart if not unpredictable? If we could not do as we please, how would we differ from machines?
I am Lauma, Moon Chanter of the Frost Moon Scions. It is a pleasure to meet you.
Oh, I know. Before you got here, I spent a good, 15 minutes getting up to speed on Nodcry's present situation. In other words, I've read the whole in the last episode part, so we can skip the pleasantries.
Fair enough. Well, Miss Alice, I can already tell that you have quite a unique...
You'll get used to it. Paimon sure is. So anyway, what are you doing in Nodcry?
Oh, I thought I told you already. This time, I'm the final boss. And what a formidable foe I shall be. Powerful, confident, decisive, and good luck finding my weak spot. You will never succeed. Oh, drat. My one weakness, and you found it in an instant. Fate has been dealt a devastating blow. Thus falls the great Dodo King.
Why are you playing along with this nonsense?
For funsies, of course. What's wrong, Paimon?
No, it's just... You seem like a busy lady. And this is the one time
You're quite right. I'm here in Not Cry because something big happened. It concerns the 3 moons, Tevat's borders, and of course, the moon goddess you are currently searching for. Kind of. Why don't we discuss this over a pot? My main reason for coming on this trip to Tevat was, of course, to have some fun. But I do technically have a job to do
Alice
as
is
well.
already married.
Namely,
You can see the
maintaining
ring.
the
Yes,
stability
पता
of
है
Tevat's borders.
मैं ड्यूरिन वाले क्वेस्ट में ही तो बोला रिंग तो है हाथ में.
I'll skip over the complicated parts.
ये रहा.
But to sum it up,
And literally I think ring
abyssal
finger पे ही
energies
है
are
वो.
all that lie beyond Tevat's border. We'd find ourselves in a real pickle if they ever made it. And the phantoms you've been seeing are a sign that the border has been disturbed.
No wonder they tend to show up around moon.
Is it because the real moon is now so close to us that its power can cross the border?
In part, but only a negligible amount passes through. Just enough to influence the verdant crests and so on. And as you've noticed, there has been an unprecedented number of phantoms appearing this year. The influence of the moon beyond the border cannot explain this. No. There is another far greater factor at the trilunar syzygy.
A trilunar.
Eons ago, before the heavenly principles came to Tevat, it was the then 3 moon goddesses who controlled the laws of this world. Oh, that's exactly it! The 3 goddesses split these powers amongst themselves, promising never to consolidate them into one singular body. This was meant to keep the world stable, but fast-forwarding to the present, the eternal moon's marrow is with you, while the iridescent moon's marrow, which should never have appeared in this world, has been retrieved. Add that to the presence of a moon goddess in the flesh and... the power of all 3 moons is gathered here in Notcry. There hasn't been an event like this since the War of Funerary Flame, and it's having a noticeable effect on Tevat's borders. Because I wish to give my darling daughter a peaceful, sunny environment to grow up in. Is that a good enough reason?
Kinda sounds like you're dodging the question, but it does.
Well, that's one reason anyway, and the most important one. The others are a little complicated to explain. For instance, cleaning up after dearest Miss R.
Granddaughter.
Albedo could tell you more about that if you're curious. But right now, I have a more important question to ask you. Why are you collecting the moon marrow? I see.
Nicole? You mean Mage Anne?
Oh, so you remember. Yes, of course. That was a story about fate, her area of expertise. But back to the story of our dear moon goddess. I'm afraid her intended method of returning to the moon is unlikely to work anymore.
What does that mean?
She may be missing, but she hasn't gone anywhere. She has disappeared.
My body. Wait, no. It's my mind that's heavy. My arms and legs. What's happening to me? I feel drowsy. Are you out for a walk too? Huh? The day has come at last. Have I grown so weak that... But Moon Prayer Night is nearly here. I was so close to returning home. Death is near. Will I return to the moon after I disappear? So far, at least, I still exist. Even if not physical, but as my power wanes, I'm sure that too will fade. I suppose I might take one final look at this world.
Come on! Wait for me!
The Frost Moon Enclave. How much?
These decorations.
It's times like this when you kind of wish men could be priestesses and acolytes.
How fascinating. I've never had the chance to be privy to people's private lives in the past. People would get so solemn and serious the moment I showed my face.
Karina, Lametti, it's time to eat.
Coming!
So just fill these balloons with air, right?
Yep. Try a couple now to test things out.
Think fast.
Rita!
Teasing an acolyte of the Frost Moon Scions? Surely that's a punishable offense.
Take this!
Huh?
All right, enough horsing around. Lady Lauma gave us a task. We should get back to it.
The task is just to check that the balloons don't leak, right? Doesn't matter if we fill them with air or water. Yeah.
Okay, you got me there. And you got me there. But still, we can't use all the balloons before the festival even starts.
We won't use all of them. And as long as Lady Lauma's trusted acolyte doesn't snitch, this can stay as a little secret between friends. A couple more can't do any harm.
Oh, you menace.
Level ko lang mina.
Think fast!
Is pumping a balloon full of water really so much fun?
यार वॉल नहीं चढ़ सकते. ऐसा डैश किसका था? स्पिन करते हुए आगे जाना.
I'm sure you're both tired from playing all day. Come on, eat up.
A plain, humble meal.
Movement
That has
crazy.
always been the way of the Frost.
Huh? How come Lametti got a midsummer berry dessert? Oh, I always get Lockaberry. I don't mind sharing. You can have a bite of mine if I get to have a bite.
I've never shared food with anyone before. Even at the Harbinger tea parties, everyone just... And when I couldn't finish my food offerings from the Frost Moon Scions, they'd leave the leftovers out under the moonlight for the animals to claim.
Hey! That was 2 bites! Oh, then you can have another bite of mine.
Oh, you too. Oh, don't fret now. Here, have some of Granny's too.
So this is what it means to be family. I'm seeing so much that I'd never usually get to see. They'd never act like this when I was around. It's nice. Being able to just watch people in peace in these... What a rare opportunity. I think I'll go take a look around Nasha Town, too.
After the War of Funerary Flame, the moon goddesses were no longer recognized by Teyvat. They lost the whole foundation for their existence. That's why the moon goddess's strength is fading. She cannot withstand the world's rejection of her. To be more pedantic about it, the moon goddesses did something to offend the heavenly principles, and that's why they were ousted. Something of a recurring theme in Teyvat's history. Theoretically, speaking so candidly should put me in their crosshairs too, but they can't tell me what to do. I'll say whatever I want. Anywho, the Moon Marrow energies were but a drop in the bucket for her, and that battle against the Ray Hair of Solnari only weakened her further.
Imagine not being afraid by the heavenly principles. जितने shades है उनमें सिर्फ एक ही है जो कि heavenly principles से डर नहीं रही थी, and that was Ryan daughter, also a witch. Imagine भाई, बाकी दोनों डरे हुए थे.
Fortunately, it happened close enough to Moon Prayer Night when the Kuvaki concentration here is high. That's the only reason she managed to survive this long.
What do you mean, fortunately? You said she disappeared. We're too late.
Oh, what a headache. I thought this was all common knowledge. I guess I have some more explaining to do. Okay, buckle up. It's time for another lecture. Now, I said earlier that the moon goddesses lost the foundation for their existence. The reason for that has to do with the natural order. Basically, the rationale for their existence in Teyvat. The same logic applies to the present moon goddess, too. Consider her existence so far. Her comrades in the Fatui called her Damp, and she was worshipped as Kutar by the Frost Moon Scions. But these connections have now been severed, whether by her hand or yours.
So, the rationale that once sustained her existence is...
Wait, we did...
Oh, well, strictly speaking, yes. But let's not start pointing fingers, shall we? I'll only end up as the big bad villain, and that's not the kind of final boss I want to be. Of course I do. I'm only the greatest mage in the whole entire world. Now, if you wish to find your moon goddess, there are two problems. Firstly, we'll need to strengthen the connection between her and Teyvat. At least enough to sustain her until Moon Prayer Night.
Strengthen her connection? But does that mean I'll have to rally all the Frost Moon faithful behind this?
I'm afraid a bygone faith and a former home won't be of any help to her now.
Her name?
Yes. Names are very important things. A name is a fundamental concept that anchors one's entire existence. Then your first job is to find it. As a moon goddess, I'm sure she must have a name she identifies with. Neither Columbina nor Kutar is her true name, and she's never really accepted either of them.
So, finding out her real name...
Yes, I know. The second problem is with her plan to use the moon marrows to return to the moon. Unfortunately, piercing through the false sky will take an enormous amount of power.
अब थोड़ा बहुत लॉजिकल लग रहा है कि गेंशिन ड्रिप मार्केटिंग इतना लेट क्यों करता है. मतलब अपडेट आने के भी बाद क्यों करता है. कोलम्बिना का फुल जो नेम है वो अब तक हमें नहीं पता. उसका रियल नेम क्या है. हमें बस इतना पता था हाइपो, जो कि वो बोला था उसने मून मैरो में, जो थोड़ा सा पिछले मून गॉडेस का वो बचा था. उसने बोला था हाइपो, फिर पूरा नाम नहीं बोल पाई थी वो. तो उसका फुल नेम हमें पता ही नहीं है. ड्रिप मार्केटिंग से जो पता चला, आई बिलीव कि इस क्वेस्ट में पता चलेगा उसका फुल नेम.
Given her current condition, she won't be able to provide
इस पार्टी लाइव स्ट्रीम इंडिया में 8 PM. भाई रात को कैसे हो सकता है?
No need to fret. Nicole's the
फिर भी तुमने लेट किया. हाँ वो किया.
I'm sure she'll figure something out.
यार लेकिन ये सिर्फ कोलंबिना के लिए ठीक है यार, कोलंबिना का ड्रिप मार्केटिंग लेट कर दो, बाकियों का क्यों लेट कर रहे हो भाई?
Mage
8 PM
N
नहीं।
is going to help us out too? That means we've got 2 Hexacircle mages on the case. This is turning into a pretty big deal.
Actually, this is more of a side quest for me. Like you said, I'm a busy lady, so I can't stay for too long. I'll have to return to Tivet's border soon. That's the upside you get for looking out for my little Cleve. Hopefully that will incentivize you to carry on keeping her company in the future. Anyway, jokes aside, you'd better get moving. It will take quite a miracle for the moon goddess's consciousness to hold out till moon... Oh, I suppose I might as well tell you where Nicole is before I leave. Off you go now. Time to meet your new friend. Oh, yes, and a little suggestion. Don't forget to mind.
What?
I wonder how Durin's doing. I should really go see him before.
You're really up.
I most certainly am. There's so many children I have to keep tabs on just in Mondstadt. Durin, Albedo, Venti, Varka.
Clee didn't make the list, huh?
Of course not. Clee is my pride and joy. I have no qualms about her, because she's the best child in the whole wide world.
Yep. Clee's a little angel.
I'm glad you agree. Well, all the best. See you when I see you.
लॉल पाइमोन।
She left in a
पर
hurry.
सिर्फ तो 8 PM 8 PM लोकल टाइम हो रहा है, उनके टाइम पे वो होगा ना, हमारा टाइम अलग होगा।
Should we handle it for her?
I must say, I'm now very
यार गेंशिन
curious
स्ट्रीम
about her
शेड्यूल
daughter.
भी पहले नहीं करता ना, तो पता नहीं
Clee,
चलता।
wasn't it? What's she like?
That's a long story. Come on, we'll fill you in as we go.
एट PM आई स्टे क्या बात कर रहे हो? उतना लेट नहीं होगा, सुबह को ही होना चाहिए अगर रेगुलर टाइम पे नहीं हो रहा है तो। दिखाता है स्टार नहीं नहीं वो लोग स्ट्रीम शेड्यूल नहीं करते।
What a lively place. I've never experienced not.
Hey, you old geezer! Your hammer's rusted through! Who are you calling old?
Are they?
I'm looking right at him! You've really gone downhill since giving your daughter free rein in the workshop. Can you even swing a hammer anymore? It shouldn't take you days just to fix a single... You might as well use that hammer to massage my back for all the good it's doing.
Don't run your mouth, or you'll get a back massage that'll put you in bed for the rest of your life. Look, the material...
I'll bet you send all the materials to your little princess.
Bro, can you help me? कैसे?
Blood's always thicker than water, huh?
तुम खुद सर्च कर सकते हो मैं।
All right, you've made your point, Uncle Kusky. As soon as the materials arrive, fixing your chair will be the #1 priority. And Dad, if you've got time to chat, why don't you lend me a hand?
See? Lolka knows what the score is.
I guess they're friends. But the way they spoke to each other, then again, it wouldn't be the first time I've seen something
Talent
like this.
boss. Talent boss? अच्छा, weekly boss. Weekly boss तो chat में किसी से भी पूछ सकते हो।
Outside my door in the middle of the night one more time, and I'll unscrew your vocal cords. You hear me?
No freaking way. इस चीज पे literally पिछले वर्जन का आर्कॉन क्वेस्ट के बाद मीम्स बन रहे थे, या फिर पिछले आर्कॉन क्वेस्ट में भी बताया गया था ये चीज।
Oh, Zandrone. So that was her way of trying to be friends with me. What a pity. I won't
मैंने
get
अभी
the chance to
वापस
say any
कंफर्म किया
ugly
पोस्ट,
things in
देखो
reply.
गंशिन का। हाँ वही हर डे थोड़ा थोड़ा करके आएगा वो।
Hey, have you decided what to give her for Moon Prayer Night?
I sure have. She's gonna get the surprise of her life when she's least expecting it. Then I'll whip out the ring
Guys,
and
next
pop
week
the
में help कर
question.
दो जरा weekly boss farming में।
The surprise of her life. What a...
Cool, I get the picture. You can spare me the gushy details. Ooh, looks like we have a... Hello there, ma'am. Would you like some moon prayer night?
Huh? Is he talking to me? Can he see me?
Here you go.
Oh.
Come back anytime. Right. Now, where were we?
3 days to complete. There are only 3 parts. मैंने तो सुना है 5 पार्ट है.
I don't know why, but
The most important thing right now is to find that...
This name thing seems super important too. But where do we...
I'd better go pay the Fatui a visit.
Columbina?
ये क्या लव स्टोरी चल रहा है यहाँ पे? अरे मजाक से हट के यहाँ पे अगर सिप्लाली आ गई ना, कूट देगी वो दोनों को.
Traveler?
She's the real psycho.
No time to be spacing out.
भाई ये सही में यहाँ पे लव स्टोरी बना दिया यार. Player not found दिखा रहा है. ऑनलाइन तो जाओ निक्सस भाई. कोलम्बिना इज गोट. मैं एक सेकंड, वो तो गानी हुआ है.
Where are they going?
मैं जरा 1 नंबर हो गया आता हूँ.
They mentioned a mage and a name?
चलो, let's continue.
So, Mr. Varka,
Skip till you
are
see
you
which.
acquainted with this Nicole? Or should I call...
Not really. From what I've...
Huh. Hard to imagine Alice as an etiquette coach.
Yeah. Alice is a larger-than-life personality, I'll give you that. But then again, that's why she's able to draw such an eclectic mix of people into her inner... If I remember correctly, being an interesting person is actually one of her main entry requirements. So, if you ever wanted to join the Hexen Circle, I'm sure you'd both be eligible to apply.
Hey! Don't go around making promises on Alice's behalf.
I wouldn't dare. I'm just trying to paint a picture of the Hexen Circle for you.
Okay, sure. Anyway, since none of us have ever met Nicole, how are we
But
supposed
we
to
Hargan
find
जैसे
her?
सीधा moon
We
made.
can't just go up to every woman in sight and ask, "Hey, are you Nicole?"
Maybe something she's wearing will give it away? Like, a wind bloom pinned to her chest.
Wait a minute. Alice never said Nicole was from Mons.
Oh, true.
That would be... this young lady, then?
Hey there. Sorry to disturb you, but...
Varka, Knight of Boreas of the Knights of Favonius. Alice might have mentioned me before.
Mm-mm.
No. बेइज्जती कर दी भाई.
person? Sorry,
बेइज्जती कर दी भाई.
Well, this is all...
When I shook my head, I meant, no, Alice hasn't mentioned you before.
बेइज्जती कर दी भाई वार्का की बहुत गंदा है.
Where is this voice coming from?
My apologies. For certain reasons, I am unable to speak. This is the only way I can communicate with you. It might take some getting used to, but I hope you can understand.
Hey, it's fine. I'm more shocked by the fact that Alice never speaks about me. I mean,
इसी एलन को एक शील्ड तो सेव करा था. वो रिवील नहीं करा इस क्वेस्ट में.
As for you two, we have crossed paths twice before, but it is nonetheless a pleasure to finally meet.
It's really you!
You're quite welcome. This time, things are different. We have reached the unwritten pages of the story. You might say that we stand... Now then, allow me to formally introduce myself. My name is...
The unappreciated master sculptor, the immortal literary giant. If only they would write, and silent angel, it also operated the instant they enter a word, etc. etc. In summary, to remain silent is to be observer of the world. अच्छा तो मतलब ये क्या कहते हैं, गूंगी नहीं है बट ये बात नहीं करती. Is that it? लोल वारका भाई, वारका के गंदे बेइज्जती कर दी. रिवाई निकोल, कोलुम्बिना और इलुगा ये है ये. इसी भाई I guess क्या बता देखते हैं भाई.
No, no, no! Stop!
मैं बोलने ही वाला था कि ये पक्का एलिस से होगा भाई, बट दिस थिंग राइट हियर, हर एक हेक्सन सर्कल के मेंबर काइंड ऑफ आर द डेडपुल्स ऑफ गेंशिन इम्पैक्ट्स. मतलब ये जो चीज अभी इसने करा, अपना नाम मिटाया. चैम यार, हेक्सन सर्कल के मेंबर्स पे कोई वो नहीं छोड़ा गेंशिन.
I had a whole speech prepared. I'd agonized over every single word. She always picks the worst moments to ruin other people's plans. I'm so sorry about that. Alice took the liberty of devising some bespoke self-introduction magic for each member of the Hexen Circle. But I could have sworn I deleted all of the
निकोल ने नहीं
triggering
किया, एलिस
conditions
का
for it.
करना। हाँ वही मैं
How did
बोलने
it
वाला था, ये
bypass
वो जो
everything?
है वो एलिस का करना
Gosh,
होगा।
this is so
हर एक जो
embarrassing.
है वो एलिस ने ही करा है फिर, मतलब हर एक कैरेक्टर को इंट्रोड्यूस एलिस ने ही करा है। एंड ऑल्सो अगर तुम लोगों को याद है, टेफैट गाइड बुक जो है वो एलिस ने ही निकाला है, लिखा है, मतलब टेफैट की नैरेटर एलिस। एंड बिकॉज द एक्सन सर्कल आर हर फ्रेंड ग्रुप, तो वो लोग भी उस चीज से इंटरेक्ट कर सकते हैं।
This is a very different side of Nicole than what we're used to. Is she not used to face-to-face interact? Don't worry about it. We've seen that introduction magic once already, so it wasn't too much.
Please go on, Miss Nicole. We'd love to hear what you have to
Huh? Are they talking to this lady?
Will you all promise to forget that horrendously embarrassing introduction?
Sorry? Embarrassing? When?
Yes, my name is Nicole, and I am one of a very few angels who have retained both their preferred form and their power.
Okay. The only non-silly angel. क्या पता रियल में हम एलिस की स्टोरी देख रहे हो, लाइक एलिस बैठी हो एक चेयर पे और बच्चों को स्टोरी सुना। मैं एग्जैक्टली वो चीज भी मेरे दिमाग में आया था कि शायद एकदम गेंशिन के एंड में सब कुछ, मतलब थैंक यू फॉर कंप्लीटिंग गेम में वो सब आएगा, उसके बाद एलिस अपना बुक क्लोज करेगी एंड बोलेगी कि दैट्स इट फॉर टुडे स्टोरी किड्स, एंड एंड में आएगा टू बी कंटिन्यूड। ये नहीं बोल सकते कि फटू या सिनर का इंट्रोडक्शन एलिस ने किया, बट एलिस और निकोल का उसने किया है। आई
The
बिलीव कि
Traveler and
सबका उसी ने
Paimon
किया है,
should be no strangers to this concept.
सबका।
There is another of our kind in Natlan. They call her the Lord of the Night.
ओके
All right. Paimon remembers her.
Yes. Well, I have retained more of my power than she. It's because I don't have a long-term duty to fulfill. No. We'll be here all day if I get into the specifics. Moving on. If I'm not mistaken, you are here because you wish to learn how one might reach the moon.
That's right. Is that something you can give us?
Yes, I do know a way. It began with the Hyperboreans, who lived after the War of Funerary Flame. Blank looks. Maybe I should start with the background of the war.
कोलंबिया में क्या चल रहा है, सब
Or
शांत
maybe
क्यों है?
not.
कहाँ गई?
It shouldn't be an
अच्छा,
issue.
क्या कर
I'll
रही
fill
है?
in the gaps for you when we have more time. Anyway, after that war ended, the three moons retreated to beyond the false sky. The Hyperboreans were humans I once aided. They accepted the civilization and creations bestowed upon them by the angels. But despite accepting many blessings of the angels, many among them still held on to their faith in the moons. They were reluctant to accept the new, even after the War of Funerary
अच्छा,
Flame. They sought to
ये सही में
contact the
छोटी
moon
बच्ची है।
goddesses beyond the sky
एलिस
and
डेडपुल है
receive their
गेंशिन का?
guidance.
यस।
But all three had passed away by that point.
This mage has a unique method of communicating. Is she talking about the moons?
Yes, but they did not know. And so, still they prayed for the moon goddess's mercy. After building titanic structures that consumed vast amounts of Kuvaki, at last they glimpsed the moons and heard their voices.
जिवाई सबसे ओल्ड है, मून से भी ओल्ड शायद। करेंटली हम जितने लोगों को जानते हैं, सबसे ओल्डेस्ट में आई गेस हेक्सन सर्कल, आई गेस जॉन्गली, हेक्सन सर्कल भी नहीं भाई, वो 6-7 हजार साल से है। आई थिंक हेक्सन सर्कल मेंबर्स भी तब नहीं थे। रायन डॉटर भी ज्यादा नहीं होगी, 500 ईयर्स तक। अगर खानरिया का कैटेगलिज्म अब और 500 साल पीछे मान लेते, 1000 2000 मैक्सिमम। बुढ़ो तो एक ही है। स्कर्क इज ओल्डेस्ट, प्रॉबली नॉट, क्योंकि क्या कहते हैं वो, राइंडोटा बोल रहा हूँ यार, उसका मास्टर का नाम क्या था, सर्तलोजी को स्कर्क एज ए किड मिली थी। तो उसके कैटेगलिज्म का बहुत, एक मिनट जरा गाइस रुको जरा, एक मिनट। चलो आ गया। ओल्डेस्ट बीइंग इज प्राइमोडियल 1। देखो अभी जितना हमें टाइम का पता है, प्राइमोडियल 1 का बता नहीं सकते एंड शेड्स का बता नहीं सकते, बट जजिंग बाय राइन डॉटर, जोंगली उससे तो ओल्ड है। जजिंग बाय व्हाट वी नो इज ट्रू, कि वो सही में 6-7 हजार साल पुराना बीइंग है।
But of course, they were gravely disappointed. For it was then that they realized the three moon
Oh, that's such a sad story.
विवाई ने हेल्प की थी जोंगली वर में, तो जोंगली से भी ओल्ड है। मून की सबसे पहले डिस्कवरी करने वाली थी जिबाई। गारंटी नहीं दे सकते ना, जोंगली की हेल्प की थी, लेकिन जोंगली इतने जो टाइम से जिंदा है वो तो अगले पैच
It
में पता
is.
चलेगा।
Humanity was in a very sorry state at that time. The angels who had once aided them were gone, and the war of funerary flames had left them homeless and destitute.
Just a second, I gotta ask. How relevant is all this history to the task at hand?
Well, I mean, it's... Okay, it seems we've drifted into a relevant narrative. It's been a while since I've had the chance to speak inside someone's head. As soon as I got started, I lost control and the words just flowed out like a waterfall. What I'm trying to say is...
Flins is
Right,
much older.
yes,
हाँ,
that's it.
probably
The
सर्तलोजी
relevant
से
part
Flins भी old होगा।
is the ritual created by the Hyperboreans. The fact that they bypassed the false sky and saw the true moons implies that they successfully built a connection between Tevat and the outside world. Which means, with enough Kuvaki and a sufficiently stable connection, it should be feasible to send one person over the border.
Okay, so they built some kind of
Oh, yes. A portal. Yes.
Is something wrong?
I just didn't expect you to summarize it so well. It turns out I could have said all that in one word, if only I'd managed to think of it.
No, please, it's fine. This is invaluable knowledge. I'll be sure to record and preserve.
Oh, really? Well, in that case, I suppose I could backtrack and add some more detail. I did gloss over a few things so far.
Whoa, time out. Let's summarize what we've got first. The Hyperboreans were the last ones to use this method, right? So we somehow need to find whatever structure they built and make sure there's enough Kuvaki to power it up. Luckily, we have the moon marrow of both the eternal and iridescent moons, so we're all good for Kuvaki. Which means the key issue we need to focus on is finding the place. Am I right so far?
भी old है, गान्यू उतनी old नहीं है। गान्यू, यनफे, वो सब लोग क्या कहते हैं, हाइब्रिड है। ट्रू ब्लडेड एडेप्टस नहीं है वो लोग। They are the hybrids, half adaptee. I guess शाओ को तुम बोल सकते हो, शाओ, फिर क्लाउड रिटेनर एंड ऑल, वो ट्रायो, द रियल एडेप्टीज। गान्यू आई थिंक 500 years होगी शायद, मे बी 5-6, ज़्यादा नहीं। या फिर शायद उससे भी कम 100-200 साल भी हो सकते हैं उसकी उम्र, नॉट श्योर. Hyperboreans would be the oldest and Moon's sister the oldest we know. The oldest we know would be Nibalan. Could be. Shiloh is actually... अरे Yaksha है शाव. Yaksha भी है,
Although
Adipti
I
भी है.
expect the structure is long gone by now.
हाँ, अगर Zibai Adipti होती है, then that makes sense.
That said, what if we could take advantage of the phantoms to travel back to a time when it still existed? Well, travel back isn't quite accurate. It's more like we'd be creating a handshake between 2 points in space. We wouldn't even have to pick a time when it still existed.
बस
It could just be a time when it still
Zibai का
appeared in
देखते जब
phantom
आएगी वो.
form via projection, or we could project our own phantoms, fold them together at... You look lost. Was that too hard to...
Yeah, things got a little, technical there.
All right. Let me think about how to put this more simply. Okay, got it.
फर्स्ट में सेकंड पता नहीं, बता नहीं सकते, बट कोलुम्बिना तो फर्स्ट में आनी चाहिए. Information overload.
Over the next few days, I'll search for phantoms that we can use. Once I find one that meets the criteria, I'll let you know and we'll regroup. By completing certain rituals, specific individuals will be able to enter the
ये बच्चों
phantom
जैसे
and
इधर-उधर
make it
घूम
to the
रही है.
Hyperborean structure. If everything checks out, and it looks feasible, we'll just need to wait for Moon Prayer Night, and we can send the Moon Goddess back home. I'm really skimping on the detail here.
Skipping
Is
की
this
जगह
making
skimping.
any sense at all?
I think so. For now, we'll just wait to hear from you.
Yes. Basically, yes.
Great. Counting on you. In the meantime, we'll focus on finding the Moon Goddess's name.
My name? Are they...
Excuse me, Miss...
Go on, Miss Nicole.
This conversation was a little all over the place. I didn't catch your name.
I am Lauma, of the Frost...
Ah, I did wonder. I noticed that you listened very intently when I spoke about Hyperborea and the... If you'd be interested, I'd love to visit you this evening and go through it again in greater... Also, if you were serious about making a record, it would be too risky to simply write down the raw details as is. I would suggest some tweaks. Maybe rewrite the stories as fairy tales or fables, perhaps even prayers. Anyway, we can cross that bridge when we come to it. So, see you later then? Oh, and no need to prepare anything. Just a cup of...
See ya!
She seems friendly.
It's so nice to find someone who's actually willing to listen. I've been dying for a chance to finally go through all this systematically from start to finish. Any longer and I'd probably start forgetting it.
Now Paimon gets why Alice told us to mind our heads.
Ha 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 ha! What did I tell you? A lot of quirky people in Alice's orbit. Now then, the next order of business is... Where do we start
Nicole is
looking for the
beautiful. हाँ
Moon
यार, but
Goddess's name?
first time जब teaser में देखी थी ना, तो बच्ची लग रही थी. यहाँ पे character model लग रहा है कि सही है.
Maybe the rest of what Nicole has to say might give us some clues.
Once I've heard her out, I'll summarize the salient points and share them with you. I'm also inclined to review our other documents. Yes, our faith was first established by our Hyperborean ancestors, but many of the more factually accurate records are from after Kutar's birth.
Sounds like we're gonna follow Columbina's journey through Devat. In that case, we'll start by heading to the...
Sounds like a plan. Take this with you. I'll see about getting in touch with the Fatui. It'll probably just be Arlecchino and Sandroni again. They're the only ones who would want to help.
Thank you, Mr. Varka.
Don't mention it. Honestly, I'm more comfortable dealing with the Fatui than prying into the details of a young lady's childhood.
I should follow them. Just in case there's some way that I can help.
इस माइन आयुष भाई, तुम लोग मेरा है मेरी है करके झगड़ते रहोगे, फिर होएवर्स मेरा इन गेम नेम देके मेरा बना देगा। एल्बर्ट का बहुत अच्छा बफ मिला है ना। मैं उतना डिटेल में तो देखा नहीं उसका बफ, बट फिशल का मुझे काफी सही लगा।
A while ago,
You're saying there's unreliable material?
Yes. Most of the information we have was transmitted through an... There's no sense seeking answers.
Makes sense. All right. Almost all these records refer to Kutar instead of Columbina. Although neither of those is her real name.
What we can gather from these records is that the Frost Moon Scions worshipped her as a god. I cannot fault them for their earnest faith, but for all their devotion, worshipping her day in, day out changed nothing. I imagine that none of it resonated with Columbine. It wouldn't surprise me if, even back then, she had already begun to reject the name Kutar.
Lama speaks the truth. When I heard them call upon Kutar with hope and expectation in their voices, they may as well have been calling upon somebody else.
Well, that's a bit complicated. I looked at the level of detail, perceived authenticity, prose style, and how realistic amongst the that being said...
Changes?
Seems like this is getting a...
Sure.
Exerting but a fraction of her divine might. Yeah, right. That doesn't even begin to pass the sniff test. The 3 moons are not but lies through and through. Only one moon has ever shown...
The vast majority of ancient texts are filled with fanciful tales like these. I trust you understand my criteria a little better now. Kutar did not speak, merely gazing into the distance in silence. And where her gaze landed, this was her prophecy. Clearly, whoever wrote this text never even met Kutar. Otherwise, they'd know that her eyes are always closed.
सबके लिए सागर भाई, बट ट्रैवलर के लिए नहीं, क्योंकि ट्रैवलर एबिसल एनर्जी अब्सॉर्ब कर लेता है ना।
What about you, traveler? What are you reading? Come on, let Paimon see. The child wished to build a wooden nest with which to shield a fledgling bird from the cold. Kutar was passing by. Upon seeing the child, she summoned forth a Kuhenki, who built a beautiful nest for the child. Not knowing the meaning of Kutar's divine intervention, the child dared not to respond, and thus ran home to call their parents. The moon chanter declared the event a miracle and took the nest as a relic, placing it on high for all to see. The child was named as one favored by the goddess, and was greatly respected amongst the people. Yet, no further miracles were bestowed, and this matter was forgotten in but a few years. Huh. Any thoughts after reading that? Yeah. Columbina probably just wanted to join the kid in making nests.
Ah. I'd originally considered this a fabrication, because Kutar did not perform any similar actions in but now that I think about it, it does seem like something Columbina would do.
She didn't know how other people would interpret her actions. She was probably worried about making things difficult for people. And so, she gradually stopped joining in.
Yes.
Oh.
And now, I can make no such gestures of warmth, even if I want to.
shame. It's a bit of a shame. But we did learn some interesting stories. That's gotta count for something. Barca said he was gonna set up a meeting with Arlecchino and Sandrone, right? Let's go back to Nasha Town and see how he's doing.
Alice returns, no skip, okay.
Here's Barca. Oh, and it's Durin and Albedo too. Yeah, this is pretty much the same place we bumped into each other last.
I convinced them to stick around a little longer. We were all waiting on people, so I figured having a little company would help pass the time.
Ah, so you've been waiting for us? Does this mean that you've already arranged things with the Fatu?
Sure does. Now you're back, we can go meet up with them together. How'd
ठीक
your
है, आ रही है भाई,
investigation of the
ठीक है।
Frost Moon Enclave go?
Well, we didn't find out Columbina's true name. But apart from that,
Aha, just as well that I didn't tag along then.
so Barca was waiting on us.
लग
But
गया
what
सर्दी?
about you two?
क्या पता?
Are you waiting for Alice?
Oh, no, we already met.
We discussed that experiment I mentioned to you last time. Oh, and she also handed me this communication device.
That's right. I understand she informed you about the relationship between the phantom phenomena and Tevat's borders, yes? She said that she'll contact me through this device with more information.
Ah, I see. Following instructions and making observations.
Wait, then who?
Someone you know. Albedo's met him too. But I don't think Miss Lauma or the...
Introductions are overrated. Especially in cases like this.
It's you.
So? It's not like the academia has prohibitions against going abroad. Also, I applied for leave.
I've been writing to Hat Guy since
नहीं
obtaining
लगे
a
सामने
human
दिखाना
form.
ये attitude दम है
I've
तो।
already brought him up to speed on everything.
Hat guy? Turns out, I actually have heard that name before.
Oh? Then why did you react the same way I did?
I only knew the name, not the fella. But since we're all here, let's do some introductions for what it's worth. I'm Varka,
Lauma, Moon Chanter of the Frost.
And I'm a Driosh from the Vahumana Darshan of the Sumero Academia. Hat guy.
Good to see you again, Mr. Guy. I
Mr.
believe we
Guy.
last saw each other on the boat right here.
Mind you, the only reason I came here is because there's someone I want to look into.
Who's that?
The Doctor, also known as Dottore, second of the Fatui.
From the tone of your voice, it sounds like there's bad blood between you.
I was reviewing our archives and noticed that a lot of information about him was missing. Left a bad taste in my mouth. That Dottore, or Zondik, as he was then known, once studied at the Academia, but he got kicked out before he could graduate.
U के जगह I लगेगा भाई. Have an apple keeps you healthy. अरे apple नहीं है भाई घर पे.
So the Harbinger's #2 man is a college dropout?
Last we heard, he was planning something. We actually heard that a few times before, even coming to Noctri. But
He only appears when something interests him. For all we know, he might have... But the fact he did something here at all is worth noting. It'll fill a couple extra lines in his file.
Why does it sound less like a file you're writing and more like a criminal record? Anyway, we were just about to meet 2 of the other Harbingers. Want to come along? You might learn a thing or two about...
Sure.
even though they're Harbinger.
The Frost Moon Scions
In that case, we'll continue assisting Miss Alice with her experiments.
Good stuff. Everyone's having a fruitful time. All
मैंने
right,
इसको
we
तो
better get
नाम
going.
दिया था
I'll lead the
मैंने
way.
इसको कुछ तो नाम दिया था मैंने जो दिया था सेकंड आईडी पे अच्छा इस ये नाम तो हाँ इस आईडी में सही नाम दिया भाई सेकंड आईडी पे मैं लाइव स्ट्रीम पे नहीं कर सकता ये क्वेस्ट यहाँ पे जो नाम आएगा ना उसका
Well, yeah, that's obviously part of it. But I'm not the only one. Neither you, nor Lesser Lord Kusanali, nor I want to see him meddling with things again. What's the hurry? Don't worry. Pigeons always know which way home is.
Yes. E के जगह मेरे में राकेश है वंडर का नाम है राकेश क्यों
You made it. Who is this?
A scholar from Sumeru. They call him Hat Guy. He's an old friend of the Travelers.
Wait, this is the academia representative you wrote about? He doesn't exactly look the part.
I believe this will prove my identity. You'll notice it bears the seal of the Sanctuary of Surus.
Well, what do you know? So it does. All right then. My mistake.
It's fine. I expected as much.
What?
So as I mentioned in my letter, the Academia's got its eyes on Dottore. But this matter remains top secret. Apart from those
ये वाला
assisting
पार्ट
in the
खत्म होते ही मैं रोक दूंगा बाकी का कल करेंगे अभी कितना बाकी होगा guys? कितने टाइम का बाकी होगा
Marka, you did pretty well.
You flatter me.
Where do I even start? Remember that time we fought Rerir at Star Sand Shoal? He sure let me have it then, didn't he? I'll bet Dottore had that all sketched out, with me as his convenient little pawn. He could
Almost
not care
2-3
less
घंटा
about
फिर
us if
कल
he
करेंगे
tried, but
3
hey,
घंटा ना कल पूरा
the
खत्म कर
feeling's
लेंगे
mutual.
Does Dottore really strike you as the sort who values his relationships with his...
Fair point.
Which is why I always keep my guard up whenever he starts making suspicious moves. To that extent, our motivations align. On top of which, I consider you trustworthy. Now, back on topic. In the wake of the Reikir of Solnari episode, Sandrone and I grew suspicious about Dottore's complete inaction during the entire affair. So we tried to find out what he'd been up to. But unfortunately, to no avail.
He never lets anyone in on his plans. The more he cares about something, the more...
Indeed. Perhaps he believes that by keeping a low profile, he can avoid trouble. But that trick isn't going to work on his colleague.
Yeah, I mean, he's been researching the ancient moon's remnants. And he's been trying to get his paws on the moon marrows. Only an idiot would believe he doesn't have something more planned.
मेरे को 5 से 6 घंटे लगा पूरा कंप्लीट करने में सॉरियन को मैंने नेम दिया है और इसका भाई बड़ा
With this in mind,
वो नाम
I
लिया कैसे
returned
लेकिन
to
फ्लाइंग
Snezhnaya and relayed my thoughts to Her Majesty the Tsaritsa,
मतलब मेरा वाला तो हिंदी
entreating
में
her
है
to
तो
have him recalled.
that makes sense.
That's pretty direct. Did the Tsaritsa agree?
Yes, I made it abundantly clear that the Fatui's business in Nodcry is almost concluded, and we do not need 3 harbingers in this territory. Her Majesty concurred. Accordingly, Dottore has returned at her orders. I imagine he is continuing with experiments, which no one besides he would ever have any interest in.
Common sense might mean nothing to him, but he's not stupid. He knows that no good can come from opposing the smarts alone won't get him all the way. He needs the Rooster's resources and Regrator's Mora, both of which the Tsaritsa can strip from him by waggling a finger.
But doesn't he have a track record of publicly following orders while going against them in private? He probably has it down to a fine art by now.
Wouldn't put it past him. We worked together on a research project once. Only briefly. but it was enough to show me that we're fundamentally different people. He has no interest
मुझे
in
लगा
doing
शायद
things
मुझे पसंद है।
methodically,
वाह भाई।
stage by stage. His thoughts jump all over the place, and the moment his curiosity is satisfied, or he gets the results he wants, he disappears. The only similarity we share is that once we set our minds on doing something, we will see it done.
Oh, we definitely saw some of that in your battle with Rerir. You got so competitive.
Do not
Then I believe we all concur. Dottore will not
Fantastic. Now this is turning into a whole day of unpleasant memories. Are you talking about the moon marrow stuff?
He also strikes me as the kind of person to disregard experimental regulations, ruin all the equipment, and go way over budget. Then leave the first person he can find to deal with the fallout.
Exactly. This one time, he was running some high-temperature experiment and the substance exploded.
Obviously.
But does he care?
वही है,
No.
मतलब
He
एक टॉय की
orders
तरह।
his subordinates to open the device so he can observe the results, which causes the gas inside to leak. That gas was poisonous. If I hadn't been there, who knows? And after all that, he left while I was still cleaning up after his mess. What a waste of time. The nerve! He wasted my time!
भाई कोलुम्बिना का कैरेक्टर सही में एकदम छोटी बच्ची जैसा है।
You've been bottling
छोटी
that up
बच्ची
for a
हो क्या?
while, huh?
अच्छा, तभी मैं सोचूं वो कैसे ले
Hat
लिया।
guy. I must say,
She's part human,
you
part
seem awfully
robot.
familiar
हाँ, kind
with
of android
internal
बोल सकते
Fatui
हो।
affairs,
मतलब,
especially when it
do
comes
not
to
let
Dottore.
Krillin know. Genshin X Dragon Balls इसीलिए नहीं हुआ है अब तक।
Thank you, Lady Harbingers, for providing such valuable information. I have no other questions for...
Wait, what? You're just gonna leave?
लेकिन होगा after Columbina of course Sandones best. भाई कोलुम्बिना का
You're
कैरेक्टर
welcome to
सही
join
में
if you
बच्चा
want.
जैसा है।
Just when Paimon thought he'd finally mellowed out.
He makes quite the impression.
I'll say. I've met tons of headstrong people, but not many of them would join me in bad-mouthing Dottore. Anyway, back to the main agenda. Barca, you said that Columbina has gone missing? Or rather...
Yeah. We're working on building a connection between her and this world. The simplest method is to find out her real name.
I've actually asked her that question before, but she said she didn't know. Considering our relationship, I doubt she was lying to me.
As far as I recall, she was never dispatched by Her Majesty to claim a gnosis or anything like that. The Tsaritsa's plans had long contained a place specifically for her.
I always thought that was weird. What could she do that the rest of us couldn't? Knowing what we do now, it's probably something related to Kavaki, right? More than likely. When she first arrived, Columbina would often go to Her Majesty and ask when she could start the task assigned to her. But Her Majesty always gave the same reply. The time has not yet come. So she spent her days in Snezhnaya doing basically nothing.
मतलब हर सीन पे इसे कुछ ना कुछ अजीब करते हुए डाला है।
The Tsaritsa has summoned a beautiful blind maiden to be a harbinger, giving her the third seat by virtue. Oh, it was a dumb and stupid rumor. But the reality of the situation made it hard to refute.
And what happened after that?
I imagine she stopped caring. She no longer seemed to care why she had been recruited. And Her Majesty never gave her any missions. So she just continued to sing in the flower garden. For my part, I was busy. So busy, in fact, that watching someone be that idol had me fuming. But still, that she had long been used to a life of other people claiming she was needed. When
I just felt that having a place to stay would cost me something, and so I waited quietly for the day that I would have to pay the price.
And on the other end of that spectrum, you had me. Someone once told me that I had the lousiest work and the toughest luck. That's a good way of putting it. I forget who said it, but those words have always stuck with me.
But you've done your job exceptionally well all this time. Because at heart...
What is it? Something come to mind?
That makes sense. Nothing screams you are needed like your name shouted from across the town.
Well, good luck with it. But if you ask me, Columbina is still... I'm just so used to it now. After all the arguments we've had.
Nor I.
Sandrone.
Eliminativity वो तो है लो लॉन्डर ने बोला होगा of course इसीलिए उसे याद नहीं है
It's a Sealy! Does that...
Ladies, I thank you for your hospitality. If the chance ever comes up,
I'm sure it will.
You can make your own way out. Heck, you've been here enough times, you probably know your way around better than I do.
Okay, time to do what adventure...
बाय द गाइस सबको बता दो कोलोमिना मेरी है अच्छा रुको यही मैं को बताता हूँ ये वाला कर लेना भाई अगर मुझे यहाँ पे ब्लैंक मिल रहा है तो मैं वो कर दूंगा मैं फिर कल ही करूँगा बट अगर नहीं मिलता है
Here you are.
Oh, hat guy.
Hat guy.
How come you're back so soon?
Fine. Dottoro's been summoned home by the Tsaritsa. Couldn't get much more than that. How about you? Any progress with the investigation?
Unfortunately, we've tried everything. Different phantoms, different locations, different points in history. But the result...
Abyssal monsters roaming the land. People crying out in despair, with no hope of being rescued.
Every time I see it, I can't help but think, is this what it was like in Mondstadt when Dragonspine Durin? And if I fail in the task I've been given, will I create yet another tragedy?
That's just meaningless speculation.
When we encountered similar phenomena previously, I tried to interfere with those illusions, using sound. However, we could not change their fates. At most, we were able to...
The events of the past are like fate that has been written into Irminsul. There isn't a living thing in Teyvat that can escape its past.
But Miss Alice instructed us to try to find ways to change the outcome that these phantoms face.
It's an impossible task.
Since she asked us to do this, I feel like it can't truly be impossible. Or if it is, I could not have been born as Durin otherwise.
Your shadow way.
But you also said that your past 39 attempts were fruitless.
That's true.
But you're still going.
Yes.
After this many futile attempts, surely you realize that you're not doing this because you still believe what some mage told you. It's because you want her hypothesis to come true. It's something you... So, think for yourself about what you want to do. As long as you don't believe it's futile.
Yeah.
Previous experience indicates that we can... if we want to...
Same thought here.
So you mean... we need to figure out a way to make contact with them despite...
Yes. And I suspect that's something only you are capable... Everything in Teyvat is logged in Irminsul. But the withering that once occurred in Sumeru was a sign that the Great World Tree was being corrupted.
This corruption allowed things that should not have existed in Teyvat to appear. This is tantamount to rewriting reality to an...
You're saying abyssal power might be able to affect those phantoms?
No one's ever tried it before. If you're gonna try it, it'll take courage. And you have to be confident that you can control it.
Is anyone there? She's missing. I hear someone inside. Spargana?
If I can use my abyssal powers to warn him that there is danger here, maybe it'll change his decision. Maybe he'll...
Yes. The important thing is not the nature of the power, but rather how you use it.
To intimidate and obstruct.
Let me try. I should be able to influence that thing.
Have you seen a little girl?
What? This isn't the time for that! Just run!
I hear someone inside. Spargana? Are you in there? What is this? Looks dangerous. I should get out of here.
20 minutes लगेंगे before you get a break.
Don't celebrate.
Wish. Even pause here. यहाँ पे स्टोरी क्वेस्ट के अंदर हो ना, मैं पॉज करूंगा अभी तो कल डेलीज नहीं कर पाऊंगा, तो ये वाला पार्ट तो मुझे करना ही पड़ेगा. अभी दिया.
Monsters approaching from the front. You need to stop them and create an opportunity for him to hide.
अरे यार.
Help me!
Monsters approaching from the front. You need to stop them and create an opportunity for him to hide.
No! There's monsters ahead! Wait, is that the barrier I saw earlier? Why is it appearing now? It's as if someone's controlling it. The monsters are gone. Is it safe now? The barrier's gone too. How odd. Anyway, I guess I'll...
Quickly, let's keep up.
Oh.
Wait, there was someone else here? Don't go any further. We've got anti-monster traps laid out everywhere. But my daughter must just be up ahead. I have to go. This way's blocked.
अबे यार.
Wait, there was someone else here? Don't go any further. We've got anti-monster traps laid out everywhere. But my daughter must just be up ahead. I have to go. This way's blocked.
अरे कुछ और करना पड़ेगा वरना ये
We might be able to use the explosives over there, but we need to take care not to hurt him. I'll use the barrier to keep him at a safe distance.
This barrier seems to be helping me somehow. Hey, hey, wake up! Oh, no good. Gotta keep moving ahead. So many monsters!
There's still a chance, Durin.
अरे भाई यार. आजा. हग दिया हग दिया
Help me!
अब तो खत्म हो जा कम ऑन लेट्स गो
This is a new development. I've never seen this happen before.
मुझे भी इतना ही टाइम लगा था इधर इरिटेटिंग है
We might just be able to save this person.
तो ये काइंड ऑफ वही चीज कर रहा है जो अंडर
Have
में
you
किया
seen my
था
daughter? Spargana's her name. She's carrying.
Get out while you still can, you fool.
But I can't just leave her here.
Sorry. Wish I could.
Okay, if I do find her, I'll get her to.
Don't bother.
What's that noise?
No, if he goes inside, he'll be walking into a trap. Let's try.
एक मिनट जरा anyways
Hello there. Have you seen my daughter? Spargana's her name. She's carrying a large backpack.
Get out while you still can, you
But I can't. Okay, if I do find her.
Don't.
ओह स्ट्रीम लैब सो गया है ना देखना पड़ेगा भूल गया मैं स्ट्रीम लैब को जगाना देखना पड़ेगा रुको
Why? How will I know where Spargana's gone like this? You know what? I'll trust this strange barrier. It's gotten me this far after all. What? What's this? Hey, Spargana, are you there?
तो ये वाला खोलना है कि यो पियरो भाई व्हाट्स अप बस चल रहा है बताओ क्या हालचाल
Huh? That looks like one of. Bang! Yes, it's one of hers for sure. That's her name on it right there.
Durin, just like last time. Use the explosives.
It won't work. There's not enough left. If he makes it in, but then this clue could be the key to him.
It might not be the only one. Better he misses that clue than loses his
I guess so.
Stop him, Durin. We can't let him get any further in.
That's my daughter's book! She's passed this way! I've searched and searched and searched just for this! I no longer have anywhere else to...
Hello, Lazy Urara.
I'm sorry. I'm so sorry. He refuses to go anywhere else. Whether he opens this door or not, all that awaits him now is death. Albedo? Hat guy? Let's try one more time. I don't know how we're going.
You joined your Discord. Welcome, welcome. 4 minutes
Why am I
left. Bhai,
here?
abhi 4 minutes.
What's going on? All these scenes running through my head.
Huh?
His reactions have changed.
How many times have I... What's happening to me? Huh? Wait.
You can see us?
I feel like I always could, but that I only just realized you were there. I'm sorry, I don't know how to do... But you were the ones guiding me using that... I haven't done anything yet, but those monsters, those deaths, they feel like memories. I won't find my daughter. In fact, I'll ultimately die trying to find her.
Well, no, it isn't.
Yes, it is.
Even so, we're trying to find a way out of this.
You've not seen my daughter either. It seems she really isn't here.
I'm sorry.
I'm just tired. Maybe this is destiny. Maybe it doesn't matter how hard I search. How long do I have left?
Experience says 15 to 20 minutes.
15 to 20. Thank you for all your help. Let's rest a while. You look exhausted
This is
too.
Durin Quest? No, this is the Archon Quest.
Now's not the time for you to start pitying us.
It's not pity. I'm just realizing that I've only got 10 or so minutes left. You say you're from Mondstadt, yes? And you're from Sumeru.
Yes. It seems you've...
Those names are unknown to me, I'm afraid. Yes.
I have, but I heard that it was destroyed in the distant past.
I see.
Durin और सिमुलंका का Durin दोनों अलग है ना? Yes.
What about Delphi Paisha?
शॉर्ट में
Was
समझाता
it
हूँ.
later rebuilt?
रायन डॉटर ने ड्यूरिन को क्रिएट करा था, ठीक है, जो कि एबिसल पावर पे करप्ट हो गया था एंड उसने तबाही मचा दी थी एंड फिर डफालिन ने उसे काइंड ऑफ खत्म कर दिया था एंड वो करते करते वो खुद भी थोड़ा करप्ट हो गया था, ठीक है. बाकी का तो पता ही है डफालिन का. और जो इसकी मदर है मिनी ड्यूरिन के, उसने ड्यूरिन का स्टोरी देख के उसे खराब लगा था, तो उसने अपना खुद का ड्यूरिन बना दिया अपने वर्जन का. एंड मतलब कि एक ऐसा ड्यूरिन जिसका एंडिंग उतना बुरा ना हो जितना कि रियल ड्यूरिन का हुआ था. एंड वही स्टोरी ड्यूरिन है. तो दोनों अलग अलग मेजेस के दोनों अलग अलग ड्यूरिन, जिसको एल्बिडो ने अल्केमी के थ्रू मर्ज करके एक बनाया है. तो ये जो ड्यूरिन का सोल एंड क्या कहते हैं थॉट एंड एवरीथिंग है, वो सब है. यार इसकी मॉम कौन है? एम ना? बी? बारबेलोथ क्या नहीं, एम शायद बी है. खैर बी हो या एम हो, उसने इस ड्यूरिन को बनाया. तो इसका सोल एंड वो बाकी सब कॉन्शियसनेस सब उस ड्यूरिन का है, जो कि सेकेंड ड्यूरिन है. एंड जो फर्स्ट ड्यूरिन है जो कि ईफिल बन गया था, उसका पावर इसके पास है. पावर एंड बॉडी, मतलब फ्लैश. बारबेलोथ.
I've never heard that name.
एम है. एम ही भी बारबेलोथ है. मैं जेम इज द मदर. बारबेलोथ तो आई थिंक मोना की मास्टर है ना?
Then what about Sal Vindaknir?
Vindaknir. पीक ऑफ विंडैग्निर। विंडैग्निर भाई मेरे को अभी तक याद है, पीक ऑफ विंडैग्निर, ड्रैगन स्पाइन। डेल्फी पाइथो तो कुछ याद नहीं आ रहा है।
I have seen that name on stone tablets on Dragonspine.
Of course.
But I'm afraid the only things left of that place are its ruins.
I see. Sure enough, there was no way to turn this around, huh?
Of course यार, ऐसे ये आई थिंक रुइंस ऐसे ड्रैगन स्पाइन में है, ऐसे स्टोन ये एंकानोमिया एंड ड्रैगन स्पाइन में।
I'm sorry. I was the one who asked to chat, but it seems like we're too many ages apart. There's barely any common ground.
It's all right. We did.
From how you speak of your lives, things must be going on.
They are. Mondstadt is a place of freedom and happiness. There's a lot of good people in the church and the Knights of Favonius. We have festivals a few times a year. Everyone gets together to drink, sing, and be merry.
Sumeru is a lot more uptight. Not really the kind of place where you
From
can
how much
relax.
time are you playing this
It's a
game?
nation fraught with problems wherever you look.
2020 या 2021 से।
But if all you want in life is to seek knowledge,
That's wonderful. In other words, after this all-devouring black tide passed, humanity did not merely avoid extinction, but rose to build prosperous civilizations anew. I mean, I can see you all
I can't
right
access
now.
something in Discord.
That must mean the future isn't a total mess.
That's true.
कौन सी चीज?
Well, time's almost up. Let's part ways, I think. Might be best if you don't waste too much time on me.
जो स्टारपन ने बोला वो जान लो।
The chances are slim, I know, but I'd like to spend these last few minutes looking for Spargana. If things work out, I'd love to tell her about what I've heard. May we meet again. Well, or not, most probably. In that case...
यार इससे कोलोमिना का नेम तो पूछ सकते थे ये लोग, मतलब कुछ डिटेल्स पता चल
He's
जाए।
gone. In a few minutes, he will meet the end that was his to begin. The ending of this tale did not change. But I believe that we've just made the most progress we have yet.
may your wishes come true. If only it were so.
Hat guy, could I? You've never talked about your past. It seems complicated, and would you be willing to tell me about it? I mean, I know about Albedo's past. Our experiences are very similar, and he created. As for you, you're my first friend, and you've witnessed every step I've taken. But by comparison, I know nothing about you. Either way, I mean, we're still best friends.
Can I do live
But
in
if
Discord?
I knew more about you,
VC पे
I
stream,
might
हाँ,
understand your thoughts
you
a
can
bit
do in the
better.
voice chat.
I've told you about myself. I'm a student at the academia.
And what did you do before that?
Prepared for the entrance exam.
All right. If you really don't want to talk about it, I won't press you any further.
I was a puppet built from the branches of a white tree, using technology left behind by the Conrian schools of mechanical engineering.
A white tree? You mean an Irminsul tree?
Yes. A branch of Irminsul that was once connected to the main tree.
So you had a human creator
Yeah. But my creator abandoned me after deciding that I was a failure. After that, Durin. Resisting the influence of the Abyss, suppressing the urge to destroy, trying to do the right thing. None of the... But no matter how hard they are, trying to rewrite past wrongs is far harder.
हाँ बस यही नहीं पता था कि ड्रैगन स्पाइन के ड्यूरेन को राइन डॉटर ने, ड्रैगन स्पाइन के ड्यूरेन एंड अल्बिडो दोनों को ही राइन डॉटर ने
You
बताया था।
asked me if you would create a new tragedy
भाई राइन
if you
डॉटर तो
failed.
मतलब हर जगह अपना हाथ बिछा
I
के
told
बैठी
you there
है।
was no point speculating
हेक्सन
about
सर्कल,
that.
शेड्स, सिनर्स, सब कुछ। उसका बस चले, मतलब ये जो अभी हेप्सराई कैरेक्टर्स आई है, वो उसकी भी पार्ट होगी। उसका बस चले, आगे आने वाले सारी टीम्स की भी वो पार्ट होगी।
But the real answer is yes, you absolutely will.
That guy.
But at least you've got people here to help steer you away from the wrong path. So...
I will.
All right. Break time's over.
Hello?
Hello, friends, it's me. What have you been up to, The amplitude isn't particular.
Alice, we were unable to save that person.
I see. Well, that is rather odd indeed. It definitely merits further attention. Could I trouble you to keep trying the
Her
same
daughter
approach?
is also
I
coming,
need to
lol.
gather some more data.
We never
Counting
know.
on you.
Maybe.
I should probably have Nicole come and check this out as well.
I mean, उसे सर्तलोजी पे थोड़ा इंटरेस्ट तो था. So maybe. What? Complete हो गया? Oh. मुझे लगा एक ब्रेक आया. प्लीज यार, प्लीज एक और क्वेस्ट में मत पकड़ लेना मुझे. Let's just end it here. बाकी का कल करेंगे. नहीं भाई यार.
There you are. I was worried you might stop to collect treasure chests opened by the Seelie along the way. It would have taken you so much longer.
Another conversation I cannot.
I am delighted to see that you understand what takes priority, and that your adventurer's instinct has not swayed your resolve. Really, I must. Okay, I'll try and keep it short. My senses are telling.
Oh, cool! Well, what are we waiting for? Let's open.
Patience. This was a sanctuary of great importance to the Hyperboreans.
Oh, like the place that housed the Eternal Moon's marrow?
Ah.
Remember where you were saying?
Fine. Think of it as a test from the three moon
Content
goddesses to see if the entrants are
कैसे हो
qualified,
सकते?
with the most
Starting में
recognizable
बोली
qualification
होगी
being
एलिस ने जब
Kuvaki.
एंट्री हुआ होगा. वार का ऑब्वियसली उसके उम्र के कंपैरिजन में काफी छोटा ही होगा. एलिस के उम्र के कंपैरिजन में. वेंटी आई डोंट नो. वेंटी उससे उम्र में छोटा नहीं होगा भाई. वेंटी आई बिलीव 3-4 हजार साल पुराना तो होगा एटलीस्ट. एलिस उतनी ओल्ड हो भी सकती है भाई. We know very little about the Exo Circle witches.
Oh, wait. But we need 3 people.
I also have no doubt that the Moon Chanter would be qualified. But we would need. Therefore, the most feasible method is not so much to follow the rules, but to figure out how the test functions. I've done some research, and it turns out.
I'm with you so far. How do we get the Kuvaki in?
So we're
Precisely.
Huh?
Sorry?
No.
Oh, what is it?
It's about Moon Prayer Night. I figured out a way for Kutar to join in the festive. Huh? But as Paimon said, we need to.
Oh, okay. Anyway, is this real?
If you think that.
No need, we're good.
Very well. It would be rash. The symptoms are. So, once that is done.
What?
That's some hardcore fasting. They'll all be
Sarcastically बोला है,
mugs by the
most
time they're
likely.
through.
3 days.
Oh, that's.
Fasting? What are they talking about?
Really? Don't you want to think this through?
Haha, count me in too. 3 days. Miss Nicole has made it clear that this is the easiest way. The way I see it, there's nothing else to.
3 days का fast
You're
भाई.
right. In that case,
1 day का करने में
Then we'll
हालत
start
खराब
with
हो
you
जाता है.
first, traveler. How's it going? Do you feel anything?
यार टू बी ऑनेस्ट ये बहुत यार.
How about now?
ये कहाँ से पायरो? बहुत सारे लोगों को पायरो पायरो बोलते सुना. ये जियो लग रही है. एंड विजन नहीं है इस पे. एलिस का विजन भी फेक है क्या? विजन है क्या इस पे?
And now? What about now?
you guys, it's not a competition.
All right, I'm officially impressed. Even as a descender, You can withstand far more than... It's like I summoned a giant stone titan to arm wrestle you, and your arm hasn't even moved an inch. In my last attempt, I infused 5 times the amount of Kuvaki required. Yes, safe to say, compatibility won't be an issue for you. You're eligible to join. You're next, Mr. Varka.
Sure, you're...
All right, I'll start...
Whoa, 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 hey, wait a minute. No, not great. I kind of want to puke. Feels like I've been drinking too much. A few bottles of wine, then a big stein of Dark Horse. You think this is funny? I just lost to a young lady in an arm wrestling contest. I'm never gonna live that down.
My apologies.
This
I'll
one is
lower the
interesting too.
concentration and try again.
Interesting, watch carefully. सीधा इसने कितना 5x time डाल दिया गया.
How's it going now?
I'm not as dizzy as last time, but I can still feel it.
In that case, you wouldn't be an ideal choice, Mr. Varka.
Okay. Let's go ask some of our other friends then.
No surprises here, Miss Moonchanter.
I'm getting a slight...
Shame.
Whoa!
Allergic reaction.
इसने publicly
We
क्या
can't have
बोला
that.
इसके भी bones का नाम सुना देंगे. पर है? आइनो भी है ये.
Are you gonna start a what?
The Hexen Circle is an organization that cares for and protects children. We will not have them do dangerous things.
Enough for शायद, but robot.
Is something
The candidates have to be human.
I guess that rules me out too.
Huh. Everyone except the Moonchanter got beaten. Guess I don't need to feel so bad after all. I mean,
Perhaps I could ask for volunteers among the Frost...
I'll see about talking to some trusted Lightkeeper colleagues. Itlua springs to mind.
Okay.
In fact, I think we had some former Frostmoon Scions join our ranks.
Can you give me the scientific explanation for how the test works? I can probably make some kind of test bot. Then we can just zip through Nasha Town, going up to people and pressing a button to check.
No.
Wow.
how about I contact the Knights of Favonia's garrison in the Wave Chaser plane? Shame that Lohan's already left.
And whether she will
That guy's
come.
even tougher than I am.
Strange.
But
The moon
सबसे
goddess
strange
is
is
clearly revered by many
Nafar
people.
Khana.
So why is she on the brink?
She mentioned that the world has rejected her.
And when we fought the Reikir of Solnari, it seemed like she exhausted...
Also, I'm not sure revered is the right word for how...
Gratitude, certainly.
It's basic reciprocity.
Yeah. Even though she looked... A review of the relevant
यार pause
data
कहाँ
leads
है?
me to conclude that Miss
Nicole cute है
Columbina
ना?
is a good person.
है तो.
Yeah,
But
cute, but...
gorgeous ज़्यादा suitable
I'm super
word होगा.
surprised that Columbina isn't
Columbina
her
का cute सही
actual
होगा.
name, though. I think it really suits her. It's light and graceful and... yeah, just...
I know, right?
Unfortunately, that's not our...
Columbina. That was the code name the Fatui gave me. But it also came up in the song I heard when I was born. But... is that really all there is to it? What do I truly think of? Is there anyone left who will still call me by that name?
End of Act 6. हाँ? End of Act 6 मतलब?
Moon Prayer Night is getting closer by...
Then allow me.
Huh? What are you doing here?
ये तो
You contacted
handle
your
कर लेंगे.
friends via the Adventurers Guild. Sandrone has been keeping an eye out for something like that. Since I have the ability to accommodate a moon marrow, I should prove to be a suitable candidate.
Arlecchino.
When can we begin?
I see. We can begin right away. How was it?
Not at all.
Then it seems we shan't need to look for additional candidates after.
Great!
कोलंबिया की स्टोरी ज्यादा अच्छी है। कोलंबिया की स्टोरी आने तो दो, अभी तो आई ही नहीं है।
Cool. All right. Like Paimon said, the rest of us can take turns making sure the three of them stay warm.
Then my job is to take care of the caretakers. I will ensure everyone receives food and accommodation.
I'm ready as well.
वाह, सो गई वहां पे बच्चों की तरह। रीजन फॉर द फादर। लेकिन जो रीजन मून मैरो के लिए गेट ओपन करती है, वो गेट के अंदर का एरिया कहाँ का होता है? मैं भूल भी गया हूँ वो कहाँ पे था, मतलब एकदम ही भूल गया हूँ।
The work is done. The sacred scroll shut. The stars grow dim, the people silent. The white sun sets, the silver moon rises. O path to the temple, appear now before us.
यार मैं ना खाना खा के आ जाऊंगा अगर मुझे पॉज नहीं मिला तो, क्योंकि लग रहा है पॉज नहीं मिलेगा। पूरे एक्ट के बाद तो एक पॉज देना चाहिए था।
So that's what all this is about.
Come, let us enter.
It might be best to eat something first. Take care to chew properly and swallow slowly. It will give your body.
They will head in soon. They will need to enter this gate. Huh? I cannot pass through. It has been 3 days. My strength is all but completely faded. Can I really hold on until moon prayer?
No pause here. यार भाई यहाँ से कितना टाइम लगेगा? नहीं है तो ये रहा। यहाँ से कंटिन्यू नहीं कर रहा हूँ मैं, यहाँ से कल के स्ट्रीम पे करेंगे। चलो लेट्स एंड इट हियर। नाइस, सही टाइम पे एंड हुआ है। Unlock gameplay mode of function. Huh? Unexpected commission. Oh. So incomplete story quest. ये कौन सा? अच्छा ये तो कर लूँगा। तो यही पे आज एंड करते हैं गाइस। जरा मैं लीवर पे छोड़ देता हूँ और बाकी का कल कंटिन्यू करेंगे। कल भी वही अराउंड सिमिलर टाइम पे मैं स्ट्रीम स्टार्ट करूंगा। चलो इनफा ने भी बोल दिया इट्स बेटर टू ईट समथिंग फर्स्ट। यस, इनफा ने मेरे लिए ही बोला इट्स बेटर टू ईट समथिंग फर्स्ट। तो मिलते हैं फिर कल न्यू स्ट्रीम पे। आज के लिए यही पे टाटा बाय बाय, टेक केयर, गुड नाइट, शुभ रात्रि। मिलते हैं फिर अगले स्ट्रीम। अंटिल देन बाय बाय। नेक्स्ट वीडियो